JJ, man, I told you I don't be smoking that stuff. Hey, JJ, you and I have the same exact score. I just now saw what your score was. We got the same score. And I'll reveal that. But let's jump right into this. It's getting late. Today, 49ers versus Eagles, 2021 Week 2 pregame preview and predictions. You make the call. We're back. Hey, the Niners versus the Eagles. And I knew way back, we was just going to run through the Eagles. I knew that game would go be easy back there. I said, I don't know, man. The Eagles, they just represent tough. Even when they're getting their butt kicked, it's still toughness. But you know what? The Niners, that game will give the Niners a chance to make up for that ridiculous fourth quarter ending of last Sunday against the Lions. I hope they're thinking that way. Final score of that contest was not indicative of what really took place over the 4 quarters of action, as the Niners actually dominated that game. You and I both know that. The media knows that. But all people want to talk about, the Lions did a pretty good job coming back against the 49ers. We can expect a better focus by the entire team this Sunday, so as the press will not have things they can clown about. The question is, how will the Niners recover and rally after losing a couple of key starters in Raheem Mostert and on offense, and also Jason Verrett on the defense? You know, you could see it was having its impact on the 49ers in last Sunday's game. Not to the point that they were supposed to be messing up the way they were, but we'll be taking your phone calls and recording your predictions, as we always do, before the game day for the outcome of this week's Week 2 contest, Niners versus Eagles. Boy, I got EDP. Boy, I bet he's going nuts. Boy, well, see if we win. First you got to do is turn over to EDP. He tends to overreact. And by the way, yes, Ayuk was shamed about last Sunday, and he didn't know anything about it. B.A. revealed that he has not been on social media for a while, and thus didn't know how much his lack of targets in the Niners' 41-33 win over the Lions was being discussed. B.A. didn't even know nothing about it. So D.A. sitting there all moping up, thinking, man, I don't know why coach said, let me play, man. Then all of a sudden he goes to social media. Damn, they're talking about be pretty bad, ain't they? It was that experience alone that motivated Ayuk to refocus in preparation for the 49ers Week 2 game versus Eagles. And if he is looking really sharp and crazy out there, you can actually commend Shanahan on his method of getting his player in line. You want to discipline him like that all the time. But apparently, Ayuk is quoted saying, definitely surprised. But that was last week. Not really focused on that anymore. Another task at hand this week, unquote. I like that, fam. B.A. ain't mad, but he will be out there to regain integrity this particular Sunday in Philly. Hey, Brandon, I will recommend, I don't like the pizza in Detroit, but somebody told me to stop with that. Pizza in Detroit is great. I just didn't experience, but I have experienced a Philly cheesesteak sandwich. Oh, God, that's good. Get you one, Brandon, after you win this game, boy. Ayuk has taken the time to focus on improving himself. This not only includes time on the practice field, but in building a routine for himself as a football player, including his recovery after practice and games. Thank you, Brandon Ayuk. We get tired of hearing about you aching each and every week. I mean, come on, Brandon. Take care of yourself. And do like Debo, because I don't know what jumped on Debo last week, but his hamstrings weren't hurting. He was out there making every catch. He was out there running away from folks. Dude would have been number 1 on the week had it not been for, at the end of the game, Debo would have been over 200 yards. He only needed 13. He had already picked that up. Damn. 200-yard game from Debo. That would have been awesome. As I said, Ayuk said, being clean is what I have to do in my assignment. Controlling what I can control, effort everything about myself. Really, that's the main thing, unquote. So Ayuk is growing, fam. As all rookies and all kids have to do when they first come to the NFL, you got to snap out of it. This ain't Kansas anymore, Dorothy. You got to come on, man. He'll be ready tomorrow, though. Let's get right into this. Coming off that overly suspenseful win against the Lions for the season opener, the Niners need to be ready for the Eagles' multi-dimensional offense that features Jalen Hurts and Devontae Smith. This quarterback and receiver duo has chemistry that first developed as teammates during their time in Bama and has already showed early signs of carrying over to the NFL. Hurts passed for 264 yards and 3 touchdowns, and Smith hauled in 6 of those targets for 71 yards and a touchdown in that week 1. Mobile quarterbacks such as Hurts have consistently presented a challenge to the 49ers. However, the Niners finally have a remedy for that situation. No more Richie James or CJ trying to imitate what a mobile quarterback should look like. We now have a real mobile quarterback. Enter Trey Lance, who has served well to the Niners defense, being used on the scout team to practice performing against a quarterback that can survive and excel out of the pocket. DeMeco Ryans is loving it, as he is quoted saying, "Lance gave us the best looks we can ever ask for, and it's very beneficial. We've had it all OTAs, all training camp. Trey is such a dynamic player, and for us to be able to benefit from the look that he's given us has been outstanding." Quote, unquote. I knew this was going to be the case. And Trey can run way faster than that boy over in the Also impressive on the Niners defense is quarterback rookie Diamador Lenore, now responsible for an even more important task at hand with the critical loss of Jason Verrett and that ACL. God, and we said this before the season started. Man, we just gotta worry, but we can't lose Jason Verrett. What do we do? Game 1. Week 1, we lose Jason Verrett. I can't believe. Making his NFL debut, however, Lenore played all 90 defensive snaps in week 1, a league-wide high, and allowed, wait for it. Now, I know maybe they didn't target him all as much as but they had to, fam. They wasn't throwing at Verrett. They were throwing at him. They were throwing at Lenore. My dude allowed 1 catch for just 3 yards on 55 coverage snaps, and that per NFL Next Generation stats. At some point soon, I hope, we got to take Demos. We got to take him serious. The boy, what we saw earlier on, that's not him. He really can play. He's gonna get tested this weekend again, and I'm gonna stop doubting him. He comes out this weekend and does something similar to this. I'm saying, man, y'all got to get up off of Demo, man, and that's his job. Ambry Thomas, another rookie making his way on defense and special teams, playing gunner. Corner and kick returning for the Niners, and Detroit has a tough opponent to go up against, according to special teams coordinator Richard Hightower. In his NFL debut, Thomas returned 4 kicks for 70 yards, 17.5-yard average, and played in 61% of the Niners' special team snaps. Fam, you know something funny? I was sitting here whining about Ambry's returns. I had no idea he was 17.5 is not bad. No, it's not. I didn't know. Shut up, Ronbo. And played in 61% of the 49ers special team snaps. Special teams coach Hightower said, and went on to say, quote, "I'm still excited about Ambry, and he's up for the challenge. I'm hoping he makes a jump this week," unquote. Fam, make no mistake, though, the Niners' offensive performance is one of the biggest threats to the Eagles in their home opener this Sunday. Eagles' first-year head coach Nick Sirianni described Kyle Shanahan and the team as a challenge, coming off of Philly's dominant win in Atlanta. Sirianni said this about the Shanahan attack, quote, "Shanahan knows how to attack a defense. He knows the system really well. He knows what complements his system really well. And that's what stands out to me," unquote. Fam, to win in Philly, the Niners' O-line will have to carry over the same strength that impressed Shanahan, as well as the momentum that George Kittle and Debo set in week 1. Kittle completed 4 receptions for 78 yards, and Debo led the Niners offense with 9 receptions and a career high 189 yards and a touchdown. And Debo, I'm still mad at you, man. You could have eclipsed 200 yards this week if you wouldn't have been BSing coming down the field. Take care of the ball. But you look good out there, DeVry playing, man. I'm just saying what you could have did. 200 looks good. 200 always looks good. I don't care what you talk about. Money in thousands, in millions, in yards. It all looks so good. I'll take 187, though. It's okay. The run game is another. Yes, the team lost the almighty Raheem, but Elijah Mitchell earned a spot. The top 5 NFL poll and league leaders for rushing yards with a total of 104 yards and a TD in his NFL debut. Mitchell answered the bell after Raheem was sidelined earning the contest with that accursed knee injury, as you know. Meanwhile, quiet as it is being kept, and I mean it's being really kept quiet too. The past Sunday's game against the Lions was the first time since 2012 the 49ers had a 300-yard passer. JG, 314 passing yards, 100 yards receiver, Debo, and a 100-yard rusher, Mitchell, in the same game. We've not done this since 2012. That was week 1. Oh! What can we expect going forward? Week 1's always the weak week. See what I did there? The weak week? W-E-A-K. Shh, keep that to yourself, fam. Don't let that get out. Because it's trying to keep it a secret. The team has also expected Trey Sermon, who has made strides at practice this week, to make his 49ers debut. The Trey healthy scratch had inactive status was a surprise against the Lions. I think it might have surprised Trey as well. However, Mrs. Sermon's baby boy displayed some extra motivation in advance of Sunday's showdown. OC Mike Daniels said about T. Sermon, quote, "The best way I know how he felt is by how he practiced this week. There was a deliberate intent and an extra focus to him and extra aggressiveness that I think his teammates felt. So what that told me is, hey, I didn't like not dressing. I want to play football. So how do I do that? I don't go and I talk to people. I show people." That's kind of the common denominator. Cal always says to the players and coaches, don't tell me nothing. Show me. I guess that works. And he showed it too, I think. Okay, Mike also saying, I think all of us that he really wants an opportunity, which he will get this Sunday. Let's go get him, Trey. Let's go get him, Trey. Oh, man, Eagles defensive end Brandon Graham expressed how intense San Francisco's run game is and how the Niners are able to dictate the game by setting the tempo. Graham said this about the Niners, quote, "These guys are really good at that. They went to the Super Bowl pretty much off that, running the ball. We just got our hands full. That's one thing I will say. Those guys run. Them boys running, and you got to make sure you keep up." Brandon, your big butt can't keep up. Elijah Mitchell runs a 4.3, bruh. So all you go see is the afterburn. You get caught up in it. The guys will travel from West Virginia to Philly tomorrow, working to extend their season record to 2-0 against the Eagles in the 1 and the 10 a.m. show. PDT or West, should I say West Coast, in case people have trouble with PDT. That's Pacific Daytime time. But this time, nobody will be yawning because they've been out on the EC all week long. Ain't gonna be about nothing to do with the time change. I love when you do this, Kyle. I just wish you would have went earlier so you could have beat Detroit into the dirt all the way down to the... Is Don Burr here? Fam, I got 27-17, just like JJ. Yeah. See, because Hurts is getting all kinds of love. Had the Falcons just played a little differently, had they just scored on those 2 times down in the red zone on the 1-yard line, 1 yard, all you guys got to do, Matty Ice just lay down across this, don't get a flag. They flagged themselves out of that situation on one time, I sure remember. And the other time, I don't know, they were running all day. Michael Davis, you couldn't get in. So I was saying, y'all, what did we do? Don't let us get in that position. They got a plan for Hurts. See, like I said, we've been training with Trey Lance all week. Trey can outrun Hurts. So if Hurts is going to run a little slower than Trey, we're going to catch him. But, yeah, we did. And it's like I said, everybody thinks 49ers have so much trouble with the mobile quarterback. You know what? You couldn't prove that by one Kyler Murray. uh, so, hey, fam, I tell you what, let's go. Fam, give me your score prediction and give an explanation as to why you believe that is going to be the case. Robert Slavitt. Robert, my score, 49ers 31-20. 49ers win. Jimmy G, 3 dings. Larry. See, you talk about Larry Hoover enough. Larry Hoover shows up. I thought, he got ran over by a bus driven by a 49er fan. Larry says Niners will get smoked by the Eagles. Thank you, Larry, for your contribution and that contribution as well. Bobo says, we looked pretty good in our first game of the season. Some sloppy offensive play, and our defense gave up some points late. William Roberts, Debo, and Kittle are going to truck the Eagles secondary. Fam, the Eagles don't believe in linebackers. You can't play the 49ers, ain't got no linebackers. That's one of the things I'm basing my 27-17 score on. After I say, what's up, fat? What's up? It will be a tough game, but I think Shanny will have something up his sleeves against a rookie coach and basically a rookie quarterback. He didn't play last year. JJ, 27-17, we got this win. Jay fella. Let's see, Jay fella hard. Jay fella hard. 2,800. Niners, 28. Eagles, 17. We like 17, don't we? Larry Hoover, 28-14. Eagles will beat the 49ers. Notice how he put that score close. But most of us have a gap of winning this game. Johnny Ellis, I'm hearing a lot of confidence from these Eagle fans. Thoughts? Johnny, they should be confident. Eagle fans are very passionate fans. I ain't got nothing against them. You know what I'm saying? They need to feel good about their team. They looked good last week. Niners 20-21, Eagles 43. 49ers, 43, Eagles 23. And again, with that 23, you suspect that the 49ers do get a 40 burger. They'll start lagging in the fourth quarter. Kittle had the ball bouncing all off his face. And Debo running down the field laughing. Y'all can't do the better than this. Where'd he come from? Kofefe Coffee, 38-14 Niners. DJ Malone, we need to go Broad Street Bullies on Eagles. Money on Sunday. Philly isn't even a playoff team. I think we'll beat them heavily enough that Sudfeld will play the fourth quarter. Sudfeld's not going to be dressing, though. It's all about Jimmy and Trick. Hey, Eric.
Yo, what's up, Ronbo?
Eric, man, we're looking at this game and figuring out what's going to happen here, Eric. Give us some of your insights as to what you're expecting and why. And we want to know your score as well so we can put that down and hold you accountable, Eric. That's a famous phrase out across America. Go ahead.
Yeah, last week, halfway through the game, the score looked like it was going to be like what I predicted, but it was halfway, and I knew we were going to score more points. But I think for this week, I think we will struggle early. I just think it's Philadelphia, and again, they're a brand new team. They're trying to figure themselves out, so they're going to be pushing a little extra harder, especially in the beginning of the game. But I think through the third and fourth quarter, we're gonna wear them down.
Walk away.
Yeah. I think we'll walk away with it. Maybe with like an interception to end the game, and then we go out, score again, and basically ends the game.
Eric,
I don't have
before you go further,
yet.
I just want to know, are you concerned about Demo? Because I think he's starting.
No, but I think we should be, bringing a safety over there, a little more often.
Because Devontae can run, can he? Yeah.
Yeah, those guys are first-round picks for a reason, and they looked really good last week. And clearly, Jalen Hurts and Devontae Smith have a chemistry, coming from Alabama.
They do.
So, yeah, I would say, bring a safety over there, give him at least a little bit of help. It's weird to say that because Devontae Smith's a rookie, but again, so is Demo. So I think he should be getting some help.
I do. I actually wish it was Ambry Thomas and Demo in this game. I don't want Ambry all over Devontae because they got the same speed. But Ambry just didn't play as well as Demo, so it's a really strange thing. But go ahead.
but I think in terms of defense, I think we will struggle in the beginning, but again, they typically figure it out later on during the game.
I know. I wish they wouldn't do that.
I think the game was going to be a little bit closer than we think, but I do see the Niners like taking it away in the fourth quarter. Again, they're a young team, new coach, basically new quarterback. They're going to make some early mistakes, and again, you have to get pressure because Jalen Hurts is essentially a rookie, and hopefully our defensive line can get a little bit of pressure on them. I know they have a pretty good offensive line.
Yeah.
And they have a really good defensive line. So it's going to be a good game. I'm not expecting like a blowout or anything, but I think we're going to win the game. I'm pretty sure.
Fiercely fought though, because you're spotlighting the things that are going to make the biggest difference. You're talking about the trenches. If they've got a solid defensive line and they got a solid offensive line, it's going to be a fight. It's going to be a fight. I think the edge belongs to Shanahan because he knows just how to X and O you to death. And that's probably what's going to be the thing.
Exactly.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. And this guy's, again, he's a brand new head coach.
Yeah.
And your task is to stop Kyle Shanahan. I'd be pissing myself, you know?
Yeah, I know.
But,
and he is. He's scared.
Yeah.
The last thing you want to have to deal with, especially in week 2, is Shanahan. I mean, really. You know? So.
Well, I did hear that. Is it true that Trey and Jimmy were airing it out during practice?
Yeah, they were. So, see, there is a plan. But who's in the secondary for the Eagles? I didn't. Who's it?
I believe they grabbed a safety a couple years ago. I think it was like 2 years ago. That I believe was number 1 in pass coverage.
How about the corners? He
came from the Vikings.
Oh, okay. I think I heard him.
Oh, they had Darius Slay, but Slay, I would say regressed, but not by much. He's still a really good corner. I'm pretty sure we could. I know for a fact that it's going to be a really good game. We're not going to get like blown out or anything, you know.
No,
and they're not going to do anything to stop us by far. Yeah.
That's not going to happen.
Again, just because last week we struggled in the final parts of the Lions game, that's because we took our starters out, and we took our starters out because
the game was over.
You know, we were scared of injury. Yeah.
Honestly, the 49ers got caught BSing. George, you make that play all day long every day. What are you doing? Yeah. You're not focused at the moment. Focus and concentrate. You make that play. Yeah. Debo, whoa. You went the whole game without doing this. You get to the end of the game, and they pull the ball out of your hands, and I don't even know if you were looking at the hands coming in. I said, you know, that's strange. Okay, and now you made a game of it. And they're both of them sitting there looking like crazy. The camera put them on a split screen. You got Debo on one frame, and you got George. They both look like, Jesus. You know, they knew it. They knew they blew it. So I'm looking for a great game from this week. Eric, we're running out of time.
Oh, yeah, especially.
What is your score, though?
Especially from George Kittle.
Oh, God. Yes.
I'll say 31-20.
Right.
I'll go with that.
All right.
But Eric, I'm expecting a really big game from George Kittle. Yeah, I'll say that. George Kittle's he's gonna go out this game.
Yeah, and Debo too. He knows that was BS at the end of the game. All right, fam. I will look for you Sunday. All right, Eric. Have a great night.
I'll catch you later.
Looking forward. It is Papa. Papa's got a brand new dragon. Papa, Dr. Papa, get in here.
Hey, Ronbo, what's going on?
I'm sitting here wondering what's going to happen tomorrow. Last week, I kind of felt good about it. This week, you get a little mixed feelings with the Eagles. Don't nobody play with the Eagles. But Pop, what are you thinking, man? Give me some prognostications and some explanations.
Well, yeah, I size it up. Both teams have good offensive lines. Both teams have good defensive lines. We're a little bit better at the linebacking core. But realistically, when you go on the road, you're supposed to take your defense and your special teams. Kyle don't give a damn that much about special teams.
You think so? I don't nobody's ever thought of it that way. Absolutely. But we don't seem to really...
honestly, it's like if you look at pass situations with people, you want your best kick returner back there, no matter who it is.
True.
Antonio Brown was the number one receiver and also a punt returner. Um, let's stick with the Browns for a second. Tim Brown was number one receiver and the kick returner and punt returner. So it's this whole thing about being scared of getting a player hurt. And I guess with the 49ers, there's a lot of paranoia that goes along with that. But my
Should
point is,
probably.
my point is that if you keep sticking, you know, mediocre. What I say about mediocre, when your punt return average is like 5-6 yards, that's, I mean, if you get 10 yards, that's a first down, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you know, back in the day, Tim Brown averaged like almost 11 yards a punt return.
Mm-hmm.
So that's one thing. The problem with the defense, and I'm not trying to be pessimistic here. I'm just calling it like I see it.
No,
We
that's what
could
we
be
want.
down.
You got to do
We
that.
could be down 5 starters. Okay.
Yeah.
So I did look at the Philadelphia film, and what I saw was a typical a situation of an athletic quarterback buying time, receivers getting open like they're in the backyard. Very rarely comes off his first read, throws a lot of bubble screens, uh, that kind of thing. The problem we have with that is that we are down our first and our second cornerback. Will they be able to be disciplined? So the problem I see with some of this is that obviously they have 2 tight ends, not one, they have 2 guys, and they have receivers. So
And no Greenlaw.
it's
We got
going
no
to,
Greenlaw.
yeah. We don't have Greenlaw. So it's going to be a very, I think it's going to be a slower game because both teams like to run the ball. We like to run it, obviously. They like to run it. But again, right now, when I look at both teams, I have more fear for Hurts than I have fear for Garoppolo. Because again, when backyard ball happens, anything can happen. The play gets extended to 4 seconds, 5 seconds, 6 seconds. It's very difficult to cover in that scenario with experienced cornerbacks. We don't have experience at cornerback right now. So our best guy is Lenore.
Who would have thought we'd be saying that?
And right. And then number 2, they're playing kind of a college-based offense. So here's my solution. If they do this, I believe that they can win. They can't play the wide 9 defense. They're going to have to play a zone type of defense, probably with 5 guys around the line area that are all spread out. Probably you want their defensive ends on the outside, the tackles, so forth. A 3-4 defense, if they could run that, would be preferable because that would definitely put a big old hamstring on that. Because a young quarterback like that, you know what? You kind of want to take the Tampa Bay approach. You want to run around and run around, that's fine, but we're not going to give up nothing deep. You just run around until we catch up to you. So it could be one of those situations. And then lastly, what I would do to solve this problem, if you're playing a college offense, honestly, I would move Ward to corner. I would play Ufanga at the high position. And since they like to run, I would keep Tart in the
In the
box.
box. Yeah.
Is what I would do to try to
I like
offset,
that.
because you're gonna have to do something. We have to be very creative here. As far as we go, we'll be able to run the ball. We should be able to throw the ball, pass, protect. Hopefully, we should be able to prep because they have a really tough defensive line. But if we can protect, then yeah, we should win by about 6 or 7 points if we can protect. I'm
Tell
not
you,
willing to put a score on this game though, because they could go either way. I'll be honest. You're on the
but you
road
know,
and you're
Pop,
down 5 basic players.
that's true. You don't want to get behind. But here's the thing, Papa. If they don't have the linebackers, any one of our running backs can abuse. They don't really get top tier linebackers. They put all their emphasis on their frontline defense. If our offensive line can move that defense line, which is asking a lot, this could get nasty early. We'll see though.
It
They got to
could.
move
No,
that.
it could.
Yeah.
It could get nasty real. So I'm gonna give it a score. I'm gonna say a very fast game with a lot of running. I'm gonna say 17-13 49ers.
Ooh, and still tight. A fourth quarter nail biter. That's all.
Well,
All
it's
our
going to be a
diet
lot of
is nails from here on till January, probably.
no. It's just we just got to get healthy, Rambo. We just got to get
I
healthy,
know,
man.
I know,
We just got to get healthy. That's all.
and not
You
lose
know,
nobody else is asking a lot. Good
yeah, we
stuff,
got to
Pop.
win this
Always
game
love
though.
your breakdowns. We got to go to fam. Let me
All
look
right,
for you tomorrow or Sunday.
or maybe Sunday. We'll see. It's a lot of football on Sunday.
I hope so.
Got my I got my
Otherwise we're gonna
cash
call
out there
you up.
working on Sunday.
Or you got what? You got your what?
Got my
Pop,
cash. Got my cash working on Sunday.
you got a bet on this game? All right.
No, I
We're
bet
gonna
on
cover that
every game.
spread for you, Pop. What is the spread? Do you
Uh,
know?
it's 3 points.
Oh, we can do better than that. All right, Pop.
No,
Good
well,
luck on that. We can do it.
Vegas is good, brother.
I know.
All right.
They were good last week.
All right.
All right, Papa.
Yep.
Have a great night.
Niners all day.
We didn't cover the spread last week. Was the final spread 8.5? Because Vegas is good if that's true. Because we won by 8. The 0.5. And everybody who took that bet, God, Jesus Christ, bleep, bleep, no, bleep, 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 bleep. And he lost his money. Tone, we go to the blue waters of Hawaii. Tony!
Aloha, Ronbo. How are you doing on this fine Aloha Friday?
Tony, like always on Friday, I just can't wait for Sundays. And Tony, we're going to be tested this week, but last week, Tony, I don't know how these things get weird. I have a feeling we played a tougher game last week than we're going to play this week, as the Eagles are supposed to just really just really give us a hard time. Mr. Hurts is just going to run all over the place and scare the bejesus out of us and throw to whomever he pleases whenever time he wants. I think that's science fiction. But, Tony, let me stop. And I know you know what, Tony? I can talk to you like that because nothing's going to influence what you're thinking. You're a brilliant guy. Tony, let's have it.
All right. It is going to be a test. I think, though, that it's going to be a very offensive-minded game. I think the way to beat the Philadelphia Eagles is to come out and put the ball in the air and outscore them and put them into positions where we're making their mobile quarterback have to drop back and pass more and more often. And we need to have an up-tempo offense. And I think we're going to have to, as I said the other day, pass to set up the run. I think that all of this mumbo-jumbo with Brandon Ayuk this week was serving to hopefully light a fire under his behind, and Debo played so well last week. Kittle was a little bit muted in the passing game last week, although he had a decent stat line. But all in all, I think the Niners have to just go turbo and try to score as many points through the air as possible. And I think that on defense, I know people are saying they're going to play a lot of zone because of the fact that we're playing that mobile quarterback who really does want to run around there and try to find the open guy, a la Kyler Murray or Russell Wilson. Although it's even more zone reads built into that offense, we're going to have to just be playing 11-on-11 football, which means I think a lot more man concepts than zone concepts. And if we can get up by 2 scores, I think we're going to be looking. I think that's really the goal: is how can the offense get us up by 2 scores, so then we can use our strength at the edge rush position to get home more often where they're going to have to drop back and pass to get up against it. So I'm an optimist. I'm a homer, and I think that can all happen. And I would like to see the final score to be San Francisco 49ers 35, Philadelphia Eagles 21. I think it's going to be a bit of a high-scoring game. I believe that is the over, but I do think we beat the spread. We are now on East Coast time. We have a week of game film to see the sort of wrinkles in their zone read attack. That's something that was very difficult about playing the Lions. We really didn't know what we were going to see from both the offense and the defense because of that new coaching staff. Now we have a week of tape, and we can sort of I think extrapolate better what they are going to be doing to us. And I think that all those things put together, plus the team, I think, got embarrassed last week in the fourth quarter. And I think that they're going to be pissed. And I think they're going to come out and I mean, even without, Dre Greenlaw and even without, it looks like Emmanuel Mosley, I think that they're going to be looking to just beat up on somebody. And, I mean, the Eagles have good lines. People have already talked about that. But at the end of the day, this roster for the 49ers is still more talented, and they're going to assert their talent. So that's what I'm going to say. Niners 35, Philadelphia 21. That's what I think.
Tony, Also, you look at the fact that Demo, I imagine his confidence might be riding high now. I think he's not feeling like a rookie. I just hope he keeps that edge of, I've got to do better. I got to do better. I just hope he keeps that attitude.
Yeah.
But what do you think? They've probably concocted something, I would think, for the fact that Devontae is really going to be a problem, I think, unless we can keep the heat and pressure on, of course, on Hurts. What do you think what do they come up with? Are we going to see a little more blitzing? Like last week, I don't know if we blitzed a lot, but we did more than usual. But I do see some of the things we actually had, applied toward Kyler Murray last year, being involved in this game. Are you seeing that?
So a couple of things. I did not. We talked about this the other day. I did not like the times when D'Amico chose to blitz Goff. I thought it played sort of right into the hands of the Lions. But Jared Goff is not Jalen Hurts. It's an entirely different sort of offensive setup. And in terms of Demo, I want to see them running. I want our young cornerbacks on the field running around with very young wide receivers. I know people have said Ambry Thomas played up against Devonta Smith in college. I'd be curious to see that matchup. Really, if anything. I think we need to drop back, play man, rush 4, and rush stoutly, and then do our best to keep him in the pocket and try to force him to beat us with his arm. And what's going to be early in the game, we are going to see a lot more zone read runs coming from the Eagles, and we're going to have to be prepared for that, and we're going to have to just close on the ball as quickly as possible. It's possible Kinlaw might play, which would be a boon to the center of that defensive line. But no, I think we need to be playing a lot more man coverage. I think we need to. The other thing, I looked at the passing chart for Jalen Hurts from last week, and most of his completions came when he was moving to his right. So if anything, we need to push him and force him to throw to his left.
That's the book on him right now. Most of the damages he does, he's got to go to his right. So you force him the other way. But they said he was still running out of that side anyway. But what the Falcons did, I could not believe. I'm sitting there watching it, and the Falcons, why are you? Don't let him cut to the outside. Corral him toward the middle. And they were doing that. I don't know what Dean Pease was doing. He probably cussed out a lot of guys after the game. I don't think that would be a Dean Pease plan. But that was really strange. We're going to know better than that.
That Falcons game. Yeah, that Falcons game too. I mean, the Falcons played some really bad situational football. They should have put it in the end zone. They got screwed over a couple of times by the refs. But if you ask me, the Falcons and the Eagles were, fairly evenly matched for the majority of the game, with the Falcons' defensive line and Grady Jarrett getting home not a number of times, but a few times, and actually putting pressure on Jalen Hurts. And really, it was just their inability to score touchdowns in the red zone. And then really, when they had the opportunity to come back, there was an egregious missed pass interference penalty on Calvin Ridley that stopped their drive. That they probably, if they had taken it in, it doesn't turn out that way. And then football situations being what they are, the Eagles ended up running up the score. So
there you go.
I actually think that the Eagles are closer in talent to the Falcons. Anyway, I'm sure I have to go.
It's just so much. It's good stuff, Tony. I'll see you Sunday, hopefully, if you got some time for us. All right.
All right. Thanks, Ronbo. Aloha. Take care.
Thank you. Aloha, Tony. Yeah, there are so many wrongs. And even Tony, Atlanta Falcons fan Tony, he'll tell you the same thing. I don't know what kind of defensive schemes they were running, but they were awfully bad. Don't do that. Steven?
What's up, Ronbo? How you doing?
Well, Steven, great, man. It's almost game time. You know how we do. Oh, God.
No, I know.
Pancake for breakfast. Go ahead.
So, again, I bring a lot to the table today. One thing I wanted to touch up on, I know, kind of not the right setting to be in, but I'm not right now. But no.
Steven, Steven, are you using Bluetooth? Because
one thing I wanted to talk about. Yeah.
Are you using Bluetooth? Because it's coming in a little weird.
Okay, yeah, I'm using Bluetooth here. I'm going to readjust real quick.
Okay.
Here. All right, let's see. Can you hear me now?
Steven, all right. Go ahead, Steven. You're on.
Better? Okay,
Yep.
So one thing I wanted to talk about was something that Joe Staley brought up during one of his podcasts when he was talking about the whole injury situation and how, certain NFL players don't get injured as much, or especially with the Jim Harbaugh era. Now, I think I agree with him. I agree with him because a lot of the times, Kyle Shanahan, if I'm not mistaken, he stated before that he loves to go all out during practice. That's been his biggest issue. and Jim Harbaugh would give 200%, but only make his players do it like on occasion while giving them rest days. Now, a lot of people say it could be because of the location of where they're at, or because of artificial turf or pre-existing conditions. But I mean, the facts speak for itself. I mean, let's be real. If we had Jim Harbaugh era, 49ers go against the current era 49ers, Jim Harbaugh's would tear this year's offense and defense apart. They'd rip them a new ass. But that's just me. Now, going into the Eagles game, the one thing I want to touch about is Josh Norman going to play? Now, if he is going to play, that's good for us. I have full faith in Demo Lenore is going to be able to lock up Devontae Smith.
He's not.
I have full faith.
Yeah.
So, but another thing I want to touch up on too is Javon Kinlaw. There's a lot of ifs and whats if he's going to play on Sunday. Now, if he plays on Sunday, Ronbo, the wide nine can be used. And let me tell you, Nick Bosa, D Ford, and all the other boys are going to be eating good. Now, Eric Armstead was caught practicing today with pads, but I don't know if he's going to play because they said he has a groin injury. Most likely it's a hernia that he's going to get fixed up because usually you don't really get surgery unless it's a hernia.
Wait, look, the first injury I heard was about an abductor. Now it's a groin?
So they said it was a groin. Eric Armstead has a groin injury that he's going to be needing surgery for. Oh, no, is it Dre Greenlaw?
Greenlaw?
No, I think it's Dre. Greenlaw. It was Greenlaw. My apologies.
Yeah, that is Greenlaw.
That's my bad.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Eric's playing.
I mean, we have a good backup for Greenlaw because that's Aziz Al-Shaair. Now, the only way we can really hold off the Eagles and Hurts is if we make Hurts run around and take out Devontae Smith. I mean, so I believe
put a hat on him. You know what? Yeah, just Devontae's got to be physical. Devontae probably weighs $160 or something like that.
Soaking wet.
Yeah, and you just got to be physical with him, and I think it could disrupt him. You got to hit him though. If he slides by you real quick, forget about it. He's going to destroy you.
Now, as for our defense, Ronbo, I mean, I think we're going to do all right. It's going to be, I feel like it's going to be a shootout, but the Niners are going to come on top. I want to go ahead and say, oh boy, that's going to be tough. I want to say like 23-19. That's the best thing I can come up with off the top of my head.
Tight game.
Tight game. It's gonna be a tight game. But if they end up blowing out the Eagles, third quarter, then I say, keep the foot on the gas and keep going. Because if not, it's gonna get ugly. It's gonna get ugly for Kyle Shanahan, really.
Nah, one thing about the 49ers is really weird. As long as we got a substantial team on the field, the way we play, you're not going to be able to just run off. You're going to always be within striking distance. So I figure that's going to be the case. Now, if the 49ers don't do stupid things like they did last week, should be fine. They could lose, but if they do lose, it'll be close, really close.
Oh, it's going to be close, Ronbo. I mean, I don't expect a blowout, especially after last week. I mean, we had a blowout, and we let the foot off the gas, and they almost killed us.
But, Steven, you can also take from that, though, look for them to be extremely focused this week. No more lag coming from the West Coast. A little bit of humiliation, adding to your motivation in this week's game. 49ers, I suspect, are going to be really fired up. And that snap at the beginning of the game between that snap at the beginning of the game, Sermon and Ayuk, but that snap at the beginning of the game between Jimmy and Mac, don't expect that this week. They're both pissed off and embarrassed about that. Yeah.
And let me go ahead and say this. So the whole thing with Ayuk, they said it was his hamstring, but they also said it was his attitude. He's not performing well. That kind of tells us right then and there, Ayuk walked in with a chip on his shoulder, thinking he was hot shit because he had a great rookie year. But
I can't believe it.
I'm glad Kyle Shanahan put him in his place because that's one thing that you got to do, but you got to be smart about it. You can't just stop your star rookie wide receiver from playing. I mean, give him a few snaps. Don't keep him completely off the game. I mean,
but he had the same amount of snaps as Sherfield. I didn't even know that. See,
really?
So he was. Yeah, they split. But Ayuk's thinking, I'm Brandon Ayuk. You got me in the first round. Why do I need to split? I mean, why are we sharing the same amount of snaps? Brandon. You got to earn the respect you're talking about, buddy. Let's go. And he was different this week. So I'm looking for Brandon Ayuk to go buck.
And let me tell you, But let me tell you this. If
Really quick, though.
we do a run game, I don't think we're going to do very well. But if we do pass, we're going to eat Philly alive, Ronbo. That's all I got to say.
Remember, Mike Davis ran like crazy last week. We're going to run. Okay, listen. Hey, Steven, let me get that score from you.
So, like I said, I'm going to stick to
23-19. I'm sorry. I didn't see it. It wasn't in front of me.
23-19.
Okay. I'm sorry. I got it. We got it.
problem.
All right. Steven, I'll see you Sunday.
All
All
right,
right,
See you
fam.
Sunday, Ronbo. You have a great night.
Looking forward. Thanks, man. Eric Salazar. We like. Thanks, Eric. Appreciate your fam. Hey, Russell.
What's up, Ronbo?
Russ, did we wake you up?
No.
You
No,
remind
I didn't want to tell you the truth.
me, you remind me of a couple of friends of mine that used to like to try to evade me when I come over because I wouldn't bring any herbal essence most of the time. I just come in there and whatever was in the house, right? Robo, man, what do you want? You ain't gonna open the door? For what?
No, come on in. We got barbecue in the back. I just got my ass kicked by some little childish game I'm playing on my phone waiting.
All right. Russ,
Oh, man. So,
Russ, yes, give me some, Russ, because like we're talking about what's going to happen Sunday. We're talking about why we think it's going to happen on Sunday. And give us your score, Russ.
oh, man, last time I called it pretty close, if not correct,
Hey.
100%.
What did you call, Russ? As a matter of fact, were you that one? There's a couple people that said 40. I know Jay did. Did you come up around 40 as well?
No. It wasn't me. But no, last time, I think it was last year, I called like 2 games correct in a row. I was like pretty impressed with myself. I was like, damn, that's pretty good. But no, I'm curious about the whole Brandon Ayuk thing. Like I've been listening to a lot of callers and, like fucking caller Mike and shit, this guy's still nuts. But you handle it so professionally. I love it, man. You're awesome, Ronbo. You're awesome.
Thanks, Russ.
But
No,
man,
Ayuk-
what's up with Ayuk?
Ayuk.
I know he can't. Go ahead.
No, I really wish I knew exactly. Well, I can't imagine. He doesn't look like the personality that would come in feeling so indignant that the fact that he's Brandon Ayuk, first-round pick, that he'd be walking around with an attitude or an air. And if you do that with Kyle Shanahan, somebody should have told him, don't do that. He'll sit you down in a heartbeat. And Brandon got his snaps cut in half. So, he proved this week that, okay, I get it.
I don't know, man. Like I there's parts of me that say I don't believe none of that. Like he had to have been injured or something to not have gotten the rock because, like, he's proven himself to be the number 1 receiver, and then Debo goes out there and gets 200 like it ain't nothing,
Right.
And Ayuk is every bit, if not better, because everyone in the world said Ayuk's number 1. Everyone knew Ayuk's number 1 over Debo. So
He's got to tell
there has to be something we don't know, like a hamstring or a little something. And he don't want to tell no one because it's no one's business but his. And the one thing I love about Kyle,
Russ, he said he was surprised.
Me and you said this a couple times. Well, I don't know, man.
Brandon
I think
said,
they
was
keep a lot of that.
I don't know why. Why would he be surprised? So Shanahan did exactly what you did to. Well, yeah, but he was thinking he's supposed to be out in the field more. And I guess Cal had a good long talking to him afterward. Brandon, you should know by now, what I want from you is the real Brandon Ayuk and everything you can bring to the table. If you bring to me a plate of beans and rice when I know I'm supposed to have surf and turf, I'm going to be pissed, all right? And you will not be getting the snaps you think you should be getting. You got to have that talk with kids, because I don't know what he was thinking.
I got it. He said that today or what?
I was just thinking that's probably what took place, something like that. Because if he was out there half-stepping during practice or something like that, and Brandon's a little surprised during the game time that he's not getting his number called as much as he thought he would, yeah, that's what you do second-year player that's not even 24 years old.
Yeah, but Sherfield looks great, don't get me wrong, but I don't know. I think there's got to be more to it that we don't see behind the scenes.
I know.
I
wish I knew.
That'd be like saying Jimmy G ain't playing today and he don't give you no excuse why. Like, you know something's wrong if he ain't playing,
Yep.
But at the same time, that's a bad analogy because everyone would be like, hey, screw you, we got Trey Lance, he's way better. Sorry, bad analogy, you know? That'd be like saying we're putting in the tight end Warner or whatever his name is, I forget, over Kittle, you know, like. Yeah. So if we're like, oh, yeah, Kittle's just fine, but he didn't play today, you know, like, but we just thought we'd use this cat.
Hey,
that's
look
at Trey
Sermon,
that's what I'm
Russ.
trying to say.
Well, look at Trey Sermon. He was a healthy scratch. There was nothing wrong with him. And then this week, Kyle's making people, you got to show, if you assume anything, that's when you're going to start showing it in practice, and I'm going to make you sit down. So, you know, that's Kyle.
But we all know he's more dedicated than that. That's just my opinion, you know. Like, I think there's more behind it. I think I don't know, like, if you're right and he was hurt, if not hurt, but if he got a talking to because he didn't do good or whatever the case may be, you know, I'd find that really, at this point, everything that I've learned about Kyle, one thing, he don't lie. He's told everyone everything, and everyone blows everything else out of proportion. But he tells the truth. He's like, he said the truth from day one, and I've always said that too. I'm like, he's always told the truth, and what he don't want you to know, you won't know. That's for guaranteed, you know.
And he doesn't like to repeat himself. If he told you something once and you ask him all the time, he's not going to talk to you. Russell,
he's like my dad in that sense, right?
I know everybody's dad. You know, how many times I got to tell you? And I tell you that usually when you ask Dad. How many times I got to tell you? What? Hey.
I learned my lesson. I tell you what. With that being said, Mr. Ronbo, have a good night, brother. And,
Russ, we need your score though. Give me a prediction.
I'm gonna say 38-22 Niners. 38-22 Niners.
All right. I like it.
All right, sir. I'll be listening to you soon. All right, good night, fam.
Looking for Sunday.
Yes, sir.
Night.
Night.
There's an Eagle fan in here. Says 49ers, Eagles 40, Niners 0. A shutout. Oh. Hey. Hey, Sharon.
Hey, Ronbo.
Sharon, as you know, like we always do on this particular day of the week, we're now looking at what you think, Sharon, as you put your expertise on the game of football and this particular team. What are we going to have happen to us Sunday? And explain. And give us a score, too.
Well, I think they need to contain Jalen Hurts. If you contain him, we should have no problem. Call Devontae Smith and contain him, double team him, whatever we have to do. Put pressure on the defense and offense. Come out scoring first. We should be fine. Don't stop the run game. Keep the run game going. Don't let up on the run game. Because that's our problem. We'll stop the run game when we get up high, and then they fall apart. Keep with the run game. Don't stop.
Clock management.
I think we should be fine. Exactly.
It's like Bill Parcells says.
DeMarco Ryans needs to switch out players and not keep the same players and give them a break and switch some more in. That's it.
Yeah. Sounds like a winning formula to me. You know, though, we're all concerned as to, and I'm sure the 49ers do have a plan, though. Devontae is very fast, and we don't have.
Yes, he is. I saw some clips of that.
Yeah, and Jason Verrett could definitely keep up with him. Jason Verrett has been clocked at some incredible speeds. And also, I would imagine that even Eman Mosley, who's not going to play this week most likely, can keep up with him pretty well as well.
He was doubtful.
And Ambry Thomas can too. But Ambry Thomas has not demonstrated yet that he's ready for prime time. I mean, he's doing okay on special teams, but, you know, I don't know about cutting him loose on a wide receiver. That's tough. So we're going to find out what they're going to do about that.
You know, with Brandon Ayuk's situation too, I read where Kyle addressed that he wasn't being consistent. He wasn't showing up at practice. He had a hamstring issue, which he said he wasn't surprised with. But he said, if you're going to play on the field, then just show up, you know, like, just show me is basically is what he's saying. Yeah. So if you want your job, you're going to have to fight for your job. If you don't want it, why are you here? It's just like another Dante Pettis.
Amen. You know? Although maybe not that bad. I mean, Dante was out there, Mr. Blase,
They're not
nonchalant.
that bad, but if you want to be here, you got to fight for your position.
Dante definitely didn't. Well, I don't think we have a situation here.
he didn't.
I'm hoping.
No, I think we're going to be fine. I mean, the Eagles don't have their linebackers. We got linebackers. I mean,
they don't think they need
Western
any.
don't have a linebacker.
Yeah, they don't.
Yeah.
They get B grade guys to play now. I don't know why they think that's going to work. Maybe in the NFC East, that's not going to work with it.
It's not going to work.
Yeah, because all Kyle's going to do
I
is
think
target them the whole
gonna have
game.
a field day.
Yeah, he's going to target them the whole game. I mean, you got Debo.
Yeah.
Can you imagine not having a good linebacker with Debo zipping through there? I mean, at your corner, you better have a.
You got Debo, you got Jamal Hasty, you got Elijah Mitchell, Sheriff Fields. I mean, Jawan Jennings. I mean, come on, everybody's going to have a field day.
Bubble screen to death. I mean, I can see it now. And Jimmy dumps off. That's a fourth play in a row. Jimmy Garoppolo's dumped the ball off
Jimmy's
to a running back.
Jimmy's going to pull another 300 yards this week.
Especially if it goes to Elijah Mitchell and
If
Hasty.
he's airing the ball in practice, he's got something to say to everybody.
I'm not sure about that. I don't know why they're doing airing the ball.
Yeah.
What's Kyle? And why
I
did
think
Kyle
we're
let
probably
that
going
be
to see a
discovered?
lot of him airing the ball.
Just to make the A.
So we'll see what they got up their sleeves. They got something up their sleeves. I know. I can smell it.
Yeah, that's going to be the case every week. Especially if Ayuk's going to be ready to roll this week. And Sherfield's already proven he's a deep
I
threat.
think he'll show Kyle, but if he is walking around with his head up in the air like, oh, I got this, I'm number one, then he needs to bring his head down a little bit.
This is going to be interesting to see what happens, though. Nick Bosa, he's going up against a very tough guy. The Eagles have this guy they got from Australia that's just a monster. Debo's going to have to beat him with quickness. Is Bosa? I'm sorry. Is Bosa going to be ready this week? He looked a little tentative because he's playing on an artificial surface last week. I don't think that was the real Nick Bosa. I think we see the real Nick Bosa this week because they think they're going to put that monster against Nick and stop him. I'm looking forward to this matchup.
I think Nick Bosa is going to be dominant in this game this Sunday. I think he's back to his old self. He looks like a monster, but Nick Bosa ain't afraid of nobody. He don't care who you are. He don't come at you anyway.
I mean,
so
you saw what he did to
Eagles
Panay
just got to
Sewell,
be
right?
ready for Nick Bosa.
Yeah. You saw what he did to Panay, don't you? Remember that? He had Panay's huge body rolling backwards. You got him backpedaling, and you can't do that with Nick Bosa. And Nick dropped that huge man. I said, wow!
Nick just slammed him. Nick just body slammed him. I was like, oh, look at Nick.
Nick is powerful. My God, people just don't know. Man. Well, Sharon, did we get your score yet? What'd you say? Go ahead and give me that score.
24-16. My mom says 17-13.
All right. Mom says 17-13. All right, Sharon, I'm going to see you Sunday, and I hope you got it. All right.
All right, Ronbo. Good night.
Night. And night. And Steven Hernandez. All right, Ronbo. One of the things I wanted to say was signing Dre Kirkpatrick and JN is going to help develop Ambry and Demo. It's keep it real though. Niners 31-18. Steve, that's a good whooping 31-18. I like it. I like it. And everybody, the body's on the floor at the body's D-Flow!
What up, Ronbo?
D-Flow, man, we're looking at the Eagles, man, and Eagles like last week. I thought they escaped the Falcons more than they beat them, but we gotta play them. So, what is your breakdown on this game? What are you anticipating as far as the score?
Man, basically, I'm just kind of worried about the run defense. Because we don't even know if Eric Armstead is going to play. Dre, the all-tackling machine, Dre Greenlaw is not going to be there. He's a for sure tackler. Right? And hopefully it was just bad juju on the first game. Jimmy Ward taking bad angles. We never see that.
I know, right?
And
Sleepy.
I was just like, wow. And they were just running all over us up the middle. If we stop them, we should win easily. But the thing is, we gotta. This is gonna be a true first test on the 49ers defense if we can contain a semi-mobile quarterback. Because we're gonna play Kyler Murray. He looks nice, right? Russell Wilson is still Russell Wilson. Right?
And the best
those
one
are
out
the
of all of
two
them.
main competitions, right? And those are the two main competitions we gotta do. We gotta worry about it. And if we somehow cannot contain Hurts, I'm kind of a little bit nervous.
D-Flow, can I ease your mind?
We're still losing players.
Let me ease your mind on that a bit.
Yeah, go ahead.
49ers have a guy just like that. That's all they've been working with in preseason. That's all they worked with this week. If you think the 49ers are going to be the surprise or out of shape or out of place for this dude who's slower than T. Lance, you're getting to be in for a treat.
Oh yeah.
I'm talking trash on that. I said, you know what? 49ers been working with Lance, and they said Lance has been doing some crazy
That's what
stuff
we're
out
hoping
there.
for.
Yeah. So
that's what we're hoping for,
I ain't
but
scared of him.
but we got to see it on the field. You know, because it's easier to say, we got to see it.
Remember,
And
Kyler
that's
Murray
where,
suffered
for the
last
whole
year.
Right? And for the whole Brandon Ayuk, I think he's really in the doghouse with Kyle because, listening to other people's perspectives, once the Niners drafted Trey Lance, Brandon Ayuk was warming up with him. He was already already betting for, hey, Trey Lance should be the starter because now he's opening up Brandon Ayuk, and now everybody knows with Jimmy, he can't really throw the ball deep.
Well,
unless somehow he just gets his arm stronger,
just
and
to
gets
add
better, and prove it.
One thing you should know, they got the same agent too, because Lance and Ayuk. That was another reason why he was out there working with him. But anyway,
everybody knows
Jimmy's wimpy arm can't throw the ball. Right?
Yeah, you can't throw the ball, and basically,
mid-season, you're going to stop this about Jimmy. Jimmy could throw the ball deep. He ain't had nobody to throw to. But you watch this week.
Well, check it out.
Said him and Lance were throwing deep the other day.
Don't forget, the Eagles got a pass rush.
Yeah.
Detroit didn't.
Jimmy's got
a pass rush. So
Jimmy's got a 2.5 second release too. Let him rush.
Exactly, 2.5 second release. So basically, you know what that means? It's all underneath throws.
Yeah, So
that's why they got.
D-Flow, let me ask you a question though. If you got a really hardcore pass rush, are you going to sit there and wait for your receiver to go deep? Does that make sense?
Oh no, that's why they got hot routes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So you know, that's what I'm saying. You go deep if you set it up on play action or something, but don't let me be standing in the pocket with a hardcore pass rush and be waiting for your receiver to make deep route. But go ahead.
And this is going to be where the test of Mike McGlinchey. Let's see what he can do because he cost us a lot of games last year.
He looked good last week.
Crucial plays.
He looked good last week.
Yeah, but Detroit didn't have Detroit did not have an elite pass rush.
We didn't mention his name. We'll see this week. And
because it's all going to depend on the pass rush.
You got to get over some of the things you saw last year. A lot of these players took measures to improve their game. So don't assume everything that was wrong with the player last year continues to be wrong with them this year. Because the 49ers will get rid of you if you like that. You know, so.
Well, it's basically like, show me what you're doing now. Let's see what he can do with elite pass rushers, McGlinchey, what the offensive line can handle. And the one thing, with all the money we're paying, Kittle, all the money we're paying Juice, where are they at when it comes to key plays? Like, it's cool, give us, 10 yards here, 20 yards there, but, Kittle wants to be in the elite tight ends of all. Everybody's scoring. Every other tight end that's elite, they're putting points.
But remember,
I've been saying this since last year.
Yeah, but remember
where's
that's Kyle
Kittle at on scoring points?
Ask Kyle. If Kyle's Kittle,
that is Kyle, but
because George does more than one job. You realize that, D-Flow. George is extremely important on several different things. He's not just going to be a receiver like Kelsey and some of those other guys.
Oh yeah,
if he was, he would kick all
that
of
I
them.
agree, but then again, you got to understand, you want to get paid top dollars, you got to put points on it.
No.
Because if not, you can't say you're the best.
No.
It's like saying, hey, I'm a wide receiver, but I'm a good blocker as well. But I don't score no touchdowns. I'm not going to score no points, but like third down, I'll get you a pass.
I emphatically disagree. If Shanahan calls your number, he wants you to do a certain thing, you got to do it. You can't just say, I want more catch, more passes, still be the ball. Give me your score, though, before we go.
It's kind of hard because I really don't know. Niners should win by 7.5 points because I'm just going by the run defense fits last year. No, last game. I'm going by they haven't had they did not know how to contain a mobile quarterback. The wide receivers they got is way better than Detroit's, and we're down Jason Verrett.
All right.
So now we're gonna have somebody who's kind of old. We don't even know who's the other cornerbacks going to be. Then we got a rookie going.
D-Flow, are you picking
I'm
Eagles?
going to say Niners should win by 7.5. No, okay. Niners should win by 7.5.
Like what
I don't know the score, but they should win by 7.5.
Okay, well, put D-Flow down for +7 win. All right. All right, D-Flow, we're going to see. I want you to notice some things this game so you'll stop deciding that the Niners haven't changed from last season. I'll be talking to you Sunday. All right.
Yeah. I hope so, but it's been a continuous pattern.
All right.
We got to see what the defense can do because right now the offense is looking better than the defense.
That won't last. All right. Hey, and Z, the dark one, is here. Z. Z. TD. TD.
The dark one is here.
D. Z. It's like a D. I got another D. Hey, Z. Okay, this is that night when we decide that we know how what's going to happen. And Z, I know you knew it was going to happen days ago. What do you see happening this weekend and why as far as the 49ers versus the Eagles game?
All right, so I'm going to try to give you my two cents of the score. I think it's going to be 34-31.
Oh, tight. Battle.
Kind of tight right there. We'll see how that goes.
We're going to be sweating.
What else going on so far?
Yeah, we're just looking at the game and looking at some of the intangibles. See, why do you think they're going to score 31 points on us?
Because you got to be careful with Sanders and you got to be careful with Dante Smith. They know how to make moves. They know how to run routes. So
yeah,
they're going to be elusive out there.
Yeah, Sanders is a tough running back, and if we look anything like we did last week as far as the run game goes, yeah, he's gonna get away. You know what though, Javon Kinlaw, that big body is his. I saw a breakdown, and I saw Gibbons and her. So what's our big guy's name? Is it her? Sure, her. Anyway, her Herr. Yeah, her and Gibbons. I says, what are y'all doing? Y'all ran in the same gap and got handled. And Sanders saw that and said, whoa, I'm gone. And on the other side, it was the same thing. So, I guess D'Amico knows they got to make some adjustments. We still need Javon Kinlaw's big body in there to make it a little easier to move him around. That's the thing that worries me this week. And Contavious apparently is not going to be able to do that. So we got a problem with that run game if we continue to play the same way. And now you got to worry about Greenlaw being missed. But the problem is, if them big offensive linemen ain't got nothing to do because our offensive line is running in wrong gaps and everything else, but knock them, because, our linebackers are strong, but up against a 300-pound lineman, they go get chipped, So I guess D'Amico noticed that and made some adjustments this week. I think we'll see a little difference from the defense.
I'm really looking forward to see how the defensive line, how they're going to contain Hurts from moving out of that pocket, because he's like a Russell Wilson. Like when he gets moving, he going to extend the play. We don't want him to extend the play. We want to split that ass down. You feel me?
Yeah. I've been saying, the 49ers, they've been working on this, not just this week, but that from what I understand from D'Amico, yeah, we've been working on this since preseason. We got one hell of a dynamic mobile quarterback, and he does a lot to get us ready. So that's what I'm saying. If we're expecting the 49ers look confused as they did before Trey got here, get ready for a treat and a surprise. Running around ain't going to save you this time. Kyler Murray felt that sting last year, even from Richie James being the mobile quarterback for us, and Richie can't throw. So I got a feeling the 49ers got a plan, because you can't continue to have people say, yeah, they can't stop a mobile quarterback. You got to do something about it. So I'm looking for something special this Sunday. I can't wait to see what they're going to do. So we'll see.
Like I said, I want to see defense. I want to see that defensive line. I want to see them go in. They did all right last week, but I want to see more sacks. I want to see more interruptions, interceptions, all that. I want Jalen Hurts to look confused out there. Like, don't give him a breather. Hit his ass.
He is. Yeah. Jalen's basically a rookie. He's got to have them rookie moments. And you know what's going to make them rookie moments worse? D'Amico and that experienced 49ers defense. Yeah, you saw it with the Falcons. He was at the game. Oh, no, you weren't at that game. You was at our game. The Falcons, I don't know why they allowed him to beat him around the edge. Corral him. You got to seal. You know he's going to scatter. The defensive scheme should be set up so he's got to go toward the middle of the field where the help is and the linebackers and everybody else can help. I don't know what they were doing. They let him get to the outside, and of course he torched them. It ain't going to happen this week. We got film on that. Jalen goes to run to the outside. He's going to have to deal with the Shark, J-Dub, Kwaski. Watch. I guarantee they'll be waiting for him. I could have designed that defense, but we'll see.
Definitely will. We will see what's up, man. Like I said, I'm going to be in Philly. I'll be out there tomorrow around like 10 a.m. So I'll be out there, probably I might check the game out, or I might just stay with a couple friends around the way and watch it with them on TV. But, drop that link,
I'm going to do it, man. You got the headphones? You got them earbuds? Because I want to be able to hear you clearly this time.
Yes, I do.
All right.
You're gonna be able to hear me this time.
See, we're going to get doing it, too. All right, fam. Who your score? Oh, yeah, 31-31. I always keep it getting. I'm sorry. Z, I'm going to see you Sunday. We're going to talk. All right?
All right, dark one out.
Dark one's out. And we got. And Christopher. Hey, Chris says this is going to be an early test for us. Game time getting close. Love 49er fam. Big game for us. Yes, Chris. I think it's. I'm starting to think it's being. The 49ers are just not getting any respect. We're a much better team. They got rookie coaches, basically a rookie quarterback. What happened to them in Atlanta, I don't know how they won. The Falcons blew that more than anything else. The Eagles are good. They got a couple of good players. I think they can be contained. I will see. I could be wrong. Is that D. Allen? Or Dellin? Oh, Dellin from Philly. Dellin, the Philly fan from Nebraska. Dellin.
Yo, what's up, Ronbo?
Dellin, you caught me talking trash about this game. Dellin, you can correct me if you want to. Go ahead.
No, I know. One of those things, Ronbo, I figured I'd call up and give you a little opposition conversation.
All right, I love it. Go ahead.
Oh, well, first off, I got to tell you, or at least all the people listening, they are all so lucky to have you. The way you grind there all the time is fantastic.
Thanks, Dellin. Appreciate that.
Like, yeah. So the way I see this game going is if George Kittle gets off, and more than 80 yards and more than one touchdown, you guys have it in the bag. So that's kind of where I'm thinking.
That'd be a lot of production for George,
last week you guys didn't use George Kittle that much, and I just think if we can hold them, we have a chance.
Yeah, Dylan, you know what, though? The reason why George, and people give it, like, D-Flo just came in and was talking badly about George. It was Debo that actually took over that game last week, which is why a little less George is busy setting things up. Because George Kittle is not – George is the standard for that position. George Kittle, he can go out and he can keep up with the Kelce's and Yurtzes and all those other guys if he wants, if Kyle wants him to. But what George is going to do is what other tight ends can't do. George is going to be the part of the reason why your run game is working really well. George is going to be doing a lot of things out there that the glitter guys, as far as tight ends, aren't doing. So that's what Kyle Shanahan expects from him. So that's why you're not going to see George out on every offensive attack. As far as being a weapon as much as he is taking care of the interior jobs that make the offense crack. So, yeah. So for George to get 100 yards would probably mean that the defense is giving that up. Kyle will see that, and he'll put George in sick mode. But otherwise, he'll put George and give him those multiple amounts of duties. But go ahead.
Well, kind of like what you were saying. I mean, with us not having any linebackers, and I completely agree. We did. I personally think anything over in the slot or George Kittle getting across, I think that's going to be the best bet for you guys, really.
I forgot about that. You're right. If your linebacker core is subpar, Kyle is going to sit George on him. You're right. He is going to send George after him.
That's what I'm most afraid of, to be honest. I mean, I'm not as afraid of Jimmy Garoppolo, but if you guys get Trey Lance out there and he starts running around, we can't stop a running quarterback. I mean, it's just one of those things that I'm more afraid of him. And with Brandon Ayuk, that was another thing that, I personally think Brandon Ayuk, I think he's a great wide receiver. I have no idea why he's getting so much shame over there on that side.
It's the mystery all of us are wondering about. We were speculating, but we have no idea what's going on with that. All we know is suddenly Kyle came up and said, well, he's had some hamstring issues during the course of the week. And I just thought Sherfield was going to give us a better chance to win, basically is what he was saying. But really, when Shanahan talks like that, there's usually layers to what he's saying. You know what? This is what happened. Dante Pettis, the first game he missed, somebody says, Dante only got 3 snaps today. And coach says, oh, really? Okay, we'll have to make sure that doesn't happen again. Shanahan's really, he's kind of evil when it comes to that.
Are you thinking Brandon Ayuk's going to break out this game then? That he's just going to set him loose?
I suspect him to be a little more busier than he was last week. Because he put in a good week of practice. He's got to show, Shanahan wants to know, Mike McDaniel wants to know, are you here to play or what? All right? You got to get over last year. You got to get over yourself. Show us why you're here today. And I think that's what they did to him, just to shake him up a little bit. Because I think they figured the Lions were probably not going to be that big of a deal. But this week, Brandon will play.
Okay. All right. I guess, do you think we're going to be able to run against you guys? I mean, because I guess the first 15 plays of last week, the first 15 plays, we did an RPO, the 9 plays out of the first 15.
Dylan,
it just got our quarterback way in the groove.
Yeah, Dylan, I'm going to tell you, man, Sanders is good. I'm afraid of him. I'm not sure if we made the adjustments that we can slow him down, but that kid is good. So we'll see. You might be able to run.
Oh, yeah.
Whoo. We'll see.
It's going to be a good game. It's going to be a real close one, I think. I mean, I think it's going to be real close right up until the end, where I think we're going to be one score ahead. It'd be like, my guess is 33-24. We're just going to win by 8 points, and I think there's going to be something kind of crazy happening at the end. That's my guess.
Sounds exciting. All right. We're going to find out, because you still got Fletcher Cox, who scares the bejesus out of me. You got that guy Hargrove, Javon is it Hargrave? Hargrave,
Hargrave,
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that was the thing last week. We were in. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, I was just going to say Graham. Everybody knows Graham is tough, but you got a third guy now.
Brandon Graham.
Yeah. So
Derek Barnett as well. We have out there.
Yeah. So it's.
But anyway, we were in Matt Ryan's face all day last week, and that was the reason why we didn't get too many sacks, but we were in his face and we created that him just passing really bad, and that was just one of the things that.
Yeah, he threw before he wanted to. I saw that game. He threw before he wanted to on more than one occasion too. So.
Well, I mean, they came out with a good script. They came out real hot on fire, and then it seemed like after the first 20-some plays, they kind of flattened out.
Yeah, their coach is really weird, too. The run game, Michael Davis was running pretty well. I don't know why they didn't go to more play action. It's very strange what the Falcons were doing. I don't know. Anyway, we'll see what happens this week. Now that both teams got film on each other, so we'll see what happens. Hey, Dylan, call back anytime. We'll see you during the game or after the game, during and after the game if you want, if you got time for us.
I appreciate it, Ronbo.
All right. Great night.
All right.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Thank
Later.
you.
Bye.
All right. Hey, Sousa.
Yo, Ronbo.
Zeus 49er Empire, my dude. Hey, Zeus, man, you want to give a shout out to your boys before we get started with your prediction, your explanation?
Well, I would more than love to do that. You know what I'm saying? I would like to give a shout out to my brother Eddie E. I would like to give a shout out to my boy Chad Garrison. You know, shout out to all my homies in there. You know, sorry guys. You know, had to be a little fast. You know what I'm saying? Because callers are calling. You know, but I'd like to give a special shout out to Raider Carla and Larry Hoover. You know, and all these bums in here. You know, that stay hating and. You know, for the filthy Dolphia fans coming in here, you know what I'm saying? My Niners finna win.
49.
27-17.
Filthy said 49-0. What is that? What he said? Jesus. Yeah.
Some Eagle fan, right?
Yeah, he said we got shut out. He calls himself filthy. He shut us out. Some outrageous number to zip. We're going to be shut out in Philly.
I got us winning, 27-17. I think it's gonna be a close game.
God, we like that score. It's you, me, and JJ. We all got the same score. Jesus?
That we had the same score. Can you hear me, Ronbo?
Yeah, your connection keeps breaking though. I can hear you now though.
Can you hear
me? Go ahead. Yeah, I can hear you.
No?
It's still cutting in and out.
Okay, cool.
Are you moving?
I am not actually. I'm in the just chilling right now.
Okay. I go. It's working now. Go ahead.
Hold on, Ronbo. Hold on.
Okay.
Sorry.
All right.
It's because I'm outside. Can you hear me better now?
Oh, maybe that's it. Okay. Yeah, I can hear you. When I can't hear you,
I
I
was
can hear you
using my
clearly.
AirPods.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was using my AirPods, and now I'm using my regular headphones. My bad.
That always
bad. It's because I probably just got off the Wi-Fi or whatnot.
Yeah, that always has a weird connection. All right, go ahead, Jesus, break it down for us.
I think it's going to be a really close game. I'm not counting out Harris and Devontae Smith. I think they're going to put on a really good show, and they're probably going to keep our defense on their feet the whole game. Especially with the injuries that we're going through. But it's up to Kyle Shanahan to call this game smart. If we got to put up points, whoever could put up points the fastest is probably going to end up winning. Yeah. And it's all about time of possession.
And controlling the clock.
It's all about time of possession.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you had time of possession on our hand, just tire out that defense. If Jimmy could do what he did against the Lions, I'm not going to sit here and lie. I think the Eagles' defense is on the same level as the Eagles. I think the Eagles, I think the Eagles and the Lions have the same amount of defense. I don't know anyone that's on the Eagles other than Fletcher Cox. I don't even know if they even have him anymore.
Yeah, they got Fletcher.
To anyone.
They got Brandon Graham, and they got this guy Javon Hargrave. They got a good rush. But with the way we play, the West Coast offense actually, we're going to see a lot of short outs and a lot of running, because the Eagles didn't do well against Mike Davis last weekend on the run. So the 49ers are going to send that run a lot in the beginning. And then I imagine Kyle's going to tail off and do a lot of play action at that point, because if you can establish the run, now we'd have the Eagles right where we want them. Just roll out and keep looking for Debo streaking across the middle, have George going the other way. You got Brandon Ayuk with a new attitude. I got a feeling you're going to see a pretty diverse attack from the 49ers this time. And then they probably got something better for Trey this week as well. Because, man, they put Trey in situations where he could do nothing but fail. I mean, so I figure, guys,
right.
If you're going to send Trey in, then Trey, send him in so he can get something done. Don't just give him the ball and say run up the middle. Kyle, that's never going to work.
Right.
So,
Right,
we'll see
exactly.
what happens.
I'm tired of the fake handoff. I'm tired of the fake handoffs, Rombo. That's not fooling anyone anymore.
It didn't fool anybody in the first place. That's what's so scary. Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
And I just really want our running back core to share the load. Especially with Raheem Mostert being out for the rest of the year.
Oh.
That's a big loss for us.
It is.
Jeffrey Wilson should be coming back probably soon, right?
Yeah.
I think he was gonna miss a month or a month and a half of
It was
football,
supposed to be
right?
8 weeks, right? He's supposed to be back at the least at the end of October, right? I could be wrong. I can't remember.
once he comes back, I think we already have good running backs. That's just the thing about this offense. I think anyone could probably be in this running offense, and are going to put up yards. It's just our linemen are really good. We got Trent, we got Alex Mack, we got Thompson, we got Michael Glitchy. I just can't wait for Aaron Banks to come back.
What? Don't hold your breath though, Jesus. I'm worried about him. Okay. Well, you know what? Maybe soon, because he may have to come in at some point. I hope he doesn't have to come in because somebody got hurt. But Aaron, it sounds like he's having a learning curve, maybe a little steep for him. We'll see.
Man, whatever happened to my boy Alfredo Gutierrez, man?
Hey, Alfredo,
that boy's like.
He's got a video out right now, too. He's talking about being with the 49ers. I don't know what's going on with him, but, he's on the practice squad, so hopefully he learns some things. That may be just all it is. He's just got some things to learn with the NFL, and he'll be ready because he's got too much size not to be. Hey, since we got to go, I'm going to see you Sunday. I hope you got time for us, too.
All right, Ronbo, man, you have a blessed night. Shout out to Ronbo Sports, shout out to production, shout out to all the real 49er fans in here. Shout out to the real team of the Bay. Shout out to the real team of Cali. You guys have a good night.
I love that snigger.
Raider Carlos, go to bed, son. Before I put you to sleep, son.
Good night, Jesus.
All right, good night, man.
Let's in the squad. Ellis.
Ronbo.
Ellis. How you doing tonight, fam?
What's up?
Have you ruminated over this game enough yet? Have you got all kinds of things figured out? Because we'd love to hear it.
Man, this is gonna be an interesting game. This ain't gonna be no cakewalk. I think Green Bay gonna be the cakewalk. This is gonna be the.
Aaron Rodgers said y'all need to calm down. Aaron, you need to calm down.
Aaron, you need to come up because you just got skunked. Y'all might as well got total goose. That was pretty much a goose egg. You can call it a goose egg of a loss. But
he looked terrible.
But yeah, I'm shit. Where do I begin? These injuries, Jesus, one after another. It's really just kind of it offsets a little bit of what we can expect or what we thought we could expect right off the bat because these injuries happen so quickly and early. Just after game one, Dre may not come back for. He may not come back till late November. I mean, or what, December? You know what I mean? It just
8 weeks. So figure rest of September, all of October, and part of November. Yeah, you're right. Could be. He's got to
get back. He's got to get back into football shape. Also, after that, because you think of the injury, he's not going to be able to just be active. It's not like an ankle or, a shoulder or something like that, where he can still kind of move his body and do other things and maintain, conditioning and stuff. So, that could prolong the process. And
sure.
No more heme, no more JV. I'm really concerned about what's going to happen in the secondary, to be honest. I was kind of hoping that Kyle. I was kind of hoping that Kyle would have maybe, just tapped Jimmy on the shoulder and said, "Hey, Jimmy, I need you." Jimmy Ward, that is. Because we got Huff, we got Wilson, and we got these other guys, that can kind of that. I would much rather have that go on than have Dante Johnson starting at corner. Because 65, 70% of the time, he's getting smoked for a big play or a touchdown. 25% of the other portion, he's getting called for pass interference, and then 5% of the time he makes a play. We can't do those odds. We can't handle it. We can't have that. You know what I mean?
I hope Dante knows.
So, yeah. But if we can get Javon to be there this week, that'll be great because that'll allow there to be more pressure, on Jalen Hurts, and just that force and him being there is going to be pivotal for the game.
That run, exactly.
Yeah, we got to plug the holes, let them do their screens and go to the outside, and then we can have Azeez Al-Shaair and Fred Warner come and lay him down. Man, Azeez was hitting on another level. That was one of the most impressive performances I've seen from a linebacker that we have in a long time. Fred does his thing. Mm-hmm. Something about what Azeez was doing that game, mm-hmm. it was like he was playing pissed. He was playing fast. He was playing like, somebody that wants to make sure that he puts his name in his game down, and he wants people to know. He wants his name to ring. And I'm glad that he's out here and he's healthy and he's playing well, because that is somebody that we can't afford to have, get injured and get out of there and get up out of there quickly, because mm-hmm. then we're going to be thinning at the linebacker position, and then our defense is going to continue to struggle. Mm-hmm. We had already talked about how D'Amico Ryans could potentially we could go back a little bit, take a few steps back defensively, but this wasn't what I had planned on it being due to injuries. It would have been more because of some issues maybe D'Amico might have been having along the way, and of course that the offense would have to play at a higher level and would have to carry the team this year instead of the defense carrying the offense and the team the last couple of years. Mm-hmm. So if we can continue to get some really good production from, Jimmy and the offensive line and our guys, we'll be in a more secure space than not if we can, improve on the offensive side of the ball to counter what type of decline or, what declines we'll have defensively, Mm. That's just in my opinion.
Yeah, well, you're right. It's always good to have at least a balanced attack. And if you can get something like we haven't been getting from the offense in the last 2 years in the defense, and I got to tell you, Ellis, honestly, I think they just need to adjust to what D'Amico's doing. You just got a lot of vets out there. They know what they're doing. What happened last week was just something was off, and they'll look at the film and say, why are they running on us like this? And all the Lions are doing was sealing people off. And Givens and DJ Jones wasn't DJ Jones that day. Givens and her were getting sealed off with too much ease. Their offensive line is good. I wonder if it's better than what the Eagles got. We're going to find out. So.
Yeah, and they got a booming offense. They got your boy over there, Jalen Rieger, and he was looking good. I saw him running after the catch, and boy, that boy is lightning fast, Ronbo.
Yeah, they got some speed. Sanders is quick too. That running back.
Sanders is quick.
They got Devontae. Yeah. No, they got a team.
Yeah, Devontae. Yeah, we'll be good though. It's just the secondary. I think we got to be just praying for it, and hopefully they have a great plan. D'Amico's got his ducks in a row and ready for the week. I think the offense is going to come out strong, but they got that defensive line that ain't no joke.
Give me that score on it then. What are you predicting?
I want to say a close one. 30. Let's say 35. 24.
35-24. All right.
Yeah. Of course, I feel like they're going to come out and they're going to play. They're going to put some points up, but we'll be fine. Either way, this W would be very important for us though. If we can start 3-0, it'll be just good to walk into week 4. You know what I mean?
We'll worry about that one next week. Else we got to pull up. We're going to go, and I'm going to look for you Sunday, as we like to do. Yeah. Game time. All right, fam.
All good, Felly. Appreciate you as always, Brother Ronbo. Make sure y'all hit that like and subscribe. Shout out to all the Niner faithful. Harry Cooter, a.k.a. Larry Hoover. Go to bed, son.
Peace. He's back. All right. He was best of the squad, too. All right, fam. Emilio.
What's happening? I got a question for you.
What's about to happen? Go ahead.
I got a question. Are we an Eagles podcast or a Niners podcast?
See,
I keep hearing everybody rooting for the Eagles, but then they're giving their scores. I'm like, what's going on here?
I know.
I'm trying to figure this out.
People are scared of the Eagles. I think we're overrating the Eagles. I really do. I got respect for them.
Everybody really is.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out how and why. I want an explanation why. They beat the Falcons. The Falcons had to get since Shanahan left.
Actually, the Falcons should have won that game, Emilio. They screwed up. You don't get on the 1 yard line twice and come away with 3 points. That's inexcusable.
Whose fault is that?
Theirs. You know, because if the Eagles were stopping them, they had no business being down at the 1 yard line. So I'm thinking, okay, if the Eagles can get down to the 1 yard line, yeah, we will.
Look at the Raiders. The Raiders snuck out a win. I'm like, the Raiders are not that good, but hey, they snuck out a win. Beat the Ravens.
I'm glad you said that.
Come on, man.
So Brady Carlos, that is the gospel truth. God, yes. Y'all squeezed out a win.
Congratulations, they won the game. Hey, they beat an elite team. But hey, if we play that game over, I don't think the Raiders win it.
You would be both.
So yeah, so they won. Hey, congratulations, you won a game. Hey, everybody can win one game in the NFL. It doesn't matter who you are.
And they celebrating too soon and had to come back out on the field and damn near lost anyway. I was crying laughing.
Yeah, so if you think about it, didn't the Eagles score a lot of their points in short field?
Yeah, well, you know, they should have got a foul. Ridley was held. I don't know. There's some things that went exactly the Eagles' way in order for them to win. They weren't bad, but I don't know if they're to the point we should be sitting here shaking.
Hey, man, if they barely won the division last year, come on. And they didn't really make too many changes. I'm like, everybody needs to relax on the Eagles a little bit too much. This ain't the Donovan era. You know, relax a little bit.
Well, some people have the Eagles winning that division. Although the Washington football team, I don't know, they all look like, okay, we'll see. We got to play them first to see what we're talking about. Because I don't know how the Washington football team won that game.
They won because the Giants are not that good. I watched the game. I said, whoa, why?
Against
horrible.
Stupid coaching, too.
Nobody knows who's going to. You know what? It's going to be between the Washington and the Eagles that win a division. It's that bad.
Milo, wouldn't you have ran the ball, though? You got 2 minutes. Run the ball, fool. Run the ball. Try to get a first down and run the ball. Get that clock down. Kick you. They got to get a field goal to beat you. You got to run the clock down. Get close up. Kick another field goal if you can't get in the end zone and make it least difficult. No. We go pass the ball. Picked off. Oh no! You got to be kidding me. You're gonna lose now.
You know what that reminded me of? The whole Seattle Super Bowl thing. Oh, we're gonna throw the ball.
For no reason.
We're gonna run instead of. We're going to throw instead of running. I'm like, I'm pleased with that. There you go.
So,
when I saw that, I said, that was.
They cannot expect that from the 49ers. Those kind of boneheaded mistakes. If we do that kind of thing, somebody will need a good butt whooping. So, you know, we'll see. Because I think Shanahan can outcoach what's his name? Serini or whatever his name is. Yeah, I don't.
Isn't he like a first year, second year coach too?
First year.
Okay. Oh, hell, come on, man. You guys killing me with this?
Yeah,
When is it a first-year coach does really good? It's rare. Yeah.
That's what I'm.
I stress again. They played the Falcons. Falcons haven't been good from Shanahan.
And the Falcons should have won the game. I don't mind respecting them, the Eagles, but I don't think we should be.
Oh no, I don't mind that. But no.
Yeah, you know. I mean, I have no Fletcher Cox and Graham and Hargrave are good, but well, you know, there's ways to neutralize what they do, and I'm sure Shanahan knows how to do it. We're going to find out. I mean, look at this. We're having so much fun ragging them. What's the score going to be? We're out of time.
Oh my God, 31-13.
Yeah.
Milo's
tired of y'all with that. Look out for the Eagles.
That get too close games. Come on. Now, if they would have actually beat Seattle or the Steelers or somebody, I'm like, okay, I give you guys a shot. I understand where you guys are coming from.
Yeah.
The Falcons.
Yeah.
Seriously? The Falcons.
And the Falcons should have won.
The only reason our game was close was minor mistakes in the end and Shanahan pulling the starters.
Thank you.
Yeah. So our team was done at halftime
I'm gonna see you Sunday, Emilio, so we can sit back and say things like me and I like try to tell y'all, man, need to chill out, man. Eagles, man, stop disrespecting the 49ers. I can't wait to say that.
And don't kill me with next week when you guys tell me, oh, Green Bay is gonna be a close game. I'm like, come on now. Yes, we have big injuries, but you need to relax a little bit over here. And our tougher games are coming, but this ain't one of them.
But this is not yet. All right, fam. I'll see you Sunday.
No, not this one.
All right.
All right. You have a good night.
You too, fam. Here goes Emilio. I feel better talking to Emilio because some people had me thinking, am I off? No. Emilio put it in proper perspective. I'm rolling with Emilio on this. Mr. Block Ice, a close one. My Niners. Mr. Block Ice is in that group. 28-24. WTH is going on with Ayuk. Hearing these rumors that he's hurt or the hot seat, D-line and my running backs are my X factors to get to W. Mr. Buckeyes, everybody wants to know what is going on with Ayuk and Kyle. And this is how it starts, and hopefully it doesn't progress. Because remember, Dante started the same way. Coach, Dante only got 3 snaps this game. I didn't know that. I'll make sure that doesn't happen. Next thing you know, it got worse. Rebel D, I actually think we'll do pretty well against the Eagles if Atlanta can run on these guys, and they did. Then we should have no problem, and we are much better in the red zone. Go Niners! And thanks, fam, for the words and also the the contribution. And BM says Niners ain't worried about nothing. BM, thanks, fam. We ain't got to just relax it all the way, but I don't know. Jimmy, puts a. It's Niner. Mike, get in there, man.
Forget about it, Ronbo. What's going on over there? What's going on, Ronbo?
It's Friday. We're trying to predict the score and what to expect. And a lot of us have been real gracious about how we feel about the Eagles. Mike, I understand the Eagles are a solid, tough bunch. They're from Philly. Everything in Philly's tough, except for them sandwiches. But, I don't know that we should over-respect them. I mean, I like what they got going on, but I don't know if fear should be something anybody should be entertaining. What do you think?
I don't know, Ronbo. Look, I'm going to say it like this, all right? First of all, shout out to all the faithful out there. Shout out to the TNT family, and shout out to you, Ronbo, all right? But I'm going to say it like this. I didn't call in after the game because, first of all, I was already upset. I already knew we was going to lose some guys, all right, and lose for good too, So I had to just, Ronbo, it's just really unfortunate. It really is. It's truly unfortunate. And I really wish that, they could figure out what the hell's going on over there and they can get that shit figured out because, we've been one of the top most injured teams
every year
for the past, 4 or 5 years, it seems
least.
Like.
We were doing that with Harbaugh.
Maybe for the past 7.
Remember that last year with Harbaugh? Yeah. We lost a bunch of guys.
Yeah.
Bowman, Willis. It was just ridiculous. Yeah.
Exactly. So I don't know what the hell's going on, but they got to get something figured out because it just as much as we want to get excited and as much as we want to get amped up for every season, for every week, for every game, and all that. It's just only so much you could do, Ronbo, And when you're losing 2 and 3 starters a game a week, which is basically what we averaged last year, and then we open up this year with the exact same thing. Exactly, And then the other thing, honestly, they kind of made some decisions that pissed me off too. They kept the Jalen Hurd kid, and they let the Gilliam kid or whatever the hell he was, the running back, go. He was going to be good. And I knew we were going to go through running back. That's just Shanahan. He's going to go through running back. And you can't ever convince me that they didn't know that Jalen Hurd was hurt. We already knew he was hurt. I don't care what he did in that friggin' last preseason game. Exactly. They all knew he was hurt. And instead they gave that roster spot to him only to put him on IR and him not even touch the friggin' field. That was stupid. That was just stupid. We let that go. And then the other thing, Ronbo, we talked about it after the draft. We didn't really address the cornerback position like we should have. And what do you know? Here we go. We're week 2.
Both of the starting cornerbacks probably
Gone.
not going to play. I'm surprised that Jimmy Ward and Jaquaski Tart made it through the first friggin' game. Hats off to them. Let's see if we can, get at least a half a season out of them. But at the end of the day, it just blows my mind. And now we're already playing the depth chart game. So it is what it is. I'm just going to say two things on the Eagles game, Ronbo. Number one is we got to shore up the rush defense. We got to shore up the friggin' rush defense. We can't give those kind of lanes to the Eagles because Sanders and Hurts will run us right out of the friggin' building. So we better shore up the run defense. That's number one. Number two, we can't turn over the friggin' ball, and we can't get any more injuries, Ronbo. So I guess I got three things to say. We can't turn over the ball, and we can't freaking get any more injuries, Ronbo. We got to just be able to show up, play a friggin' football game, and get back on the friggin' bus in one damn piece. You know what I mean, Ronbo?
That's it.
Point blank, period. So, that's the way I look at it. I think we got a great shot to win. I think their rush defense is highly suspect. So, I think we're going to have a good shot at running the ball, on them, which is a good thing for us. So we could just keep the rest of the friggin' guys, out of a damn body cast over there, then I think we'll be all right. You know what I mean, Ronbo?
It might be asking too much. I agree. I'm sick of everybody getting hurt. And like you say, not just hurt, they're finished. They're finished. And can't we just have a minor injury on occasion?
Not 1 to 2 weeks. Nope, they're gone.
That's it.
And for most, a lot of people don't realize this was his contract year. So
I know.
Which is with as nice as he is, he's also been very injury prone, just like Jimmy G. So chances are he probably doesn't come back unless he comes back at a very, very big discount. Chances are he probably doesn't come back next year, Ronbo. That's just that.
Mike, and
it's unfortunate.
But the thing is, you look at the rookie kid that came in and filled in for him last week. If that kid's going to run like that, well, we got another speed merchant, which is going to be really making it rough for poor Raheem to come back next year. Because they're going to say, if that kid stays healthy all year, Jesus, Raheem, we love you, man, but... and
it's one of those things. Same thing with Kinlaw. I see the people in the chat. They talk about they only ran because Kinlaw wasn't in there. Okay, well look, Kinlaw's got a freaking bum knee. Like it or not, it didn't just get freaking magic fairy dust sprinkled on it, and now he feels better. All right, he's gonna try to tough it out, and guess what? He's got 16 friggin' weeks plus to try to tough it out. And so if you're telling me that our whole run defense is subject to just one guy not being in there,
that's a scary
and
thought,
that one guy when he is in there, exactly. So, you can forget about that, all right? Just forget about it. Put it in a can and burn it or something. Stick it in the freaking backyard. I don't know what you're doing with that, but you can forget about that little idea. So, anyway, Ronbo, all right, I'm going to let you go get some more callers. I got nothing but love for you out there. I hope everyone's good. Everyone stay safe. Enjoy the weekend, enjoy the game, and hopefully we get a dub.
Mike, have you got any score you want to put on that dub? What are you predicting?
Score I'm going to put on the dub. Let's say it like this. I say we go 35 to 27. 35 to 27.
We're giving up a lot of points. I hate that. Okay, and you could be right too. All right, Mike. Later, Mike.
All right,
back.
Ronbo. I'll talk to you later. All right, forget about it, Ronbo.
I hope you got time for a Sunday. Don't get mad if we lose anybody. Call in anyway. It's good for therapy because I was pissed off as well. So, All right, fam. Night, Mike. Oh, God. He's right, what the thing is, I try not to dwell on what pisses me off. So losing players, but he's right. The pace is the same as it was last week. 2 or more players a week. We can't have that, fam. Hey, Jamie.
What's going on, Ronbo?
Jamie, and that's the $1 million question, because the fact of the matter is everybody's wondering what's going on with Kyle and Ayuk. And it started off the same way with Dante Pettis. I hope it doesn't slide into that misery and all of a sudden midweek. Jesus, guys, Ayuk's getting like 2 and 3 shots a week. Is he the next Dante? And then, he was supposed to be our number one. Meanwhile, Debo's running up 200 yards. And JB, you know as well as I do, if Shanahan sees that Debo's going to be unstoppable, he's going to punish Brandon Ayuk until whatever Brandon's doing to piss him off stops. So,
What did I say 3 weeks ago, Ronbo?
You were right.
I said before anybody even said a word about it. Debo's number one. Ayuk ain't no number one yet. He ain't done it. His whole season was nothing but empty stats on a non-competitive year. Like that's not proving anything to anybody. I mean he had some good plays.
Mm-hmm.
He got a little bit of yardage, but he only played 12 games, so we don't even know what he could have done. He has to prove it. And that's exactly what Kyle's saying, dude. Get out there and prove it. Yeah. And apparently he's not proving it good enough. And Sherfield's doing so good that there's not even a story there. I don't even know why everybody keeps talking about it.
And that's, you know what? I keep forgetting to leave. Sherfield is part of the equation. You're absolutely right. Go on.
Yeah. Dude, it's not even, it's common sense. I don't know what the big conversation is about.
Well, you know, just like you said, Jamie, we're kind of surprised. We thought that this year Ayuk could come in and assert himself as the most dominant receiver we got. No, he's not doing it after 1 week.
Well,
this can't go on for week 2 and 3, though.
You would think that he would compete with Debo for the number one spot.
And Debo went buck wild last week. Yeah.
Yeah, Debo, he ain't giving up the number one. He's been number one, and he's staying number one. He done said so.
Jamie, why is it that we don't – people are reluctant to look at Debo as the number one. I've been telling people all along, you know, how Debo goes, how this team goes. I didn't – without calling him number one. If Debo is the catalyst of this team, why not give him that status?
People are sheep, Ronbo. They're sheep. Like Grant Cohn, a lot of the people that he hangs out with and talks, they talk down about Debo. They say he's not a number one wide receiver, you know? And as soon as somebody hears somebody else say something like that, they're just sheep. They just go right along with it. And if the person says it like they believe it, then it's the truth. That's like I heard him say that Jalen Reagor ran a 4.2, and he's a 4.2 guy. You know me, Ronbo. I know who's a 4.2 guy. He's not 4.2.
I'm about to ask you, does he really run that fast?
That made me so mad. No, I commented on his thing and said, how am I supposed to believe the rest of what you say if you're lying about the guy running 4.2? Like, what are you doing? He ran 4.4 something.
Even coaches
won't lie. He didn't even break 4.4.
Even coaches, they won't lie that hard. To run a 4.2 means you're world class. And that's, you know.
That's why Reagor was so mad at the combine last year, because he didn't run a 4.2. He ran a 4.4 something. I think it was a 4.44 or something like that. But he was bragging how he was going to be in the 4.2s, and he didn't make 4.2.
Oh, I know what you're talking about now. And he looked all frustrated.
Yeah.
The camera stayed on him at the end of the I remember that.
Yeah.
I forgot.
Just today I heard what's his name talking about freaking him being a 4.2. And this Smith, they're saying that he's a 4.3. The kid got the Heisman. He's a good rookie, but he ain't done nothing either. Like, I don't understand it. I have never seen a clock on him saying 4.3. I think he's 4.4s. He's higher than that.
And you know, say if he's running out of the slot, he better go to the edge, because if he's going to have to deal with a Shark's going to fold him up like a chair, and his day will be over. He's not ready for that. If he gets smacked, I bet he's done for the day. At least he'll be seeing ghosts.
He's a rookie kid, Ronbo. I think he had one touchdown in like almost 100 yards or just over 100 yards or something. What? That Debo did that by the second quarter. You know,
Debo was on fire.
Yeah.
See, that's what
I don't
Kyle's offense is
why
going to do.
Talking like we're afraid of them.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And that's what's going to happen. That's why I say, you know, I don't know what they're going to be able to do against us, Jamie, but I do know Kyle's going to cut up a rookie DC. That's what I'm saying. You know, you saw what Debo did last week. Look for that to be kind of a repeat performance of maybe even higher magnitude. Well, we'll see.
Yeah, he's going to be using juice and everybody else. He's going to slice them up. Yeah. And I got one more good thing I need to complain about. The Sanders running back.
Yeah.
Everybody's talking like he's world class. Put him on the Lions and see if he does better than Swift is doing.
Yeah. You know?
Swift is a better running back than Sanders. Sanders is average, a little above average.
We're gonna need some things straightened out. Jimmy, give me your score on this game.
I got what was it? Freaking 31-3 24 or something like that.
All right. We'll take that.
What was it? I didn't write it down. I was writing down my complaints here.
You want to go with that then? 31-24?
I was going to go 35-24, but I don't know if we're going to hit 35.
All right. So there you go.
We'll go 35-24. We'll go 35. I think we're going to slice them up pretty bad.
Right.
You know, the defense on the Falcons is awful.
Yeah,
it's awful.
So they got some things to work on. They got a new defensive coordinator, so they got some things to work on. I don't think if they played them the second half of the year, they'd be able to do that. We got to go though, Jamie. Let's see you Sunday, and we can say things like you and Emilio and I. See, we gave the Eagles way too much respect. The game is 42-18. That wasn't even a game. We'll see though. All right, Jamie. I'll see you Sunday.
All right. See you then. Bye.
Yeah, I'm even as we speak, I'm gonna find out about this because I want to know what's the truth. And I do remember though about Jalen Reagor, 447. Beham, you know what I'm saying? Beham, we may have grown up in similar environments. If you're gonna tell a lie, be consistent with it. Because if one person says 4-2, as my mom used to always tell me when she busted me in a lie, what did you say? Blah, 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 blah. You know what? If you're going to start lying, tell the same lie twice. See, because I heard 4-2, now I'm saying 4-4-7. So Reagor is not that kind of fast.
You're right. I don't think Reagor is, Ronbo. Good evening to you, by the way. I don't think Reagor is, but I do believe Devontae Smith is fast.
Yeah, he is fast, though. I don't know how, but is he 4-3? Is he Tyreek Hill?
I think he is. Listen, you know, when he was at Bama, they were saying Devontae Smith, Jalen Waddle, and Henry Ruggs,
all of them was
and
quick.
Jerry Jeudy. All of them was around like 4.3, 4.27, somewhere up in there. So I don't know exactly what his speed was. It may have been like a 4.27 or a 4.3, but I do know he is fast as lightning.
Tyreek's 4.29, so he's still the NFL king. They had somebody I heard came into the league this year, did run a 4.2, but his name wasn't Jason Verrett. So I'm not sure.
I don't know if that might have been that boy Jalen Waddle. Cause I don't know which one was as fast. Cause Jalen didn't play that much last year because he got hurt, and
probably
that's how
hamstrings.
Devontae Smith ended. Actually, I think it was a ham or a foot or something. But
Speeches
I do know
always
when
have
he got hurt,
hamstrings.
that's how Devontae Smith ended up getting in the game, and he really took the shine off from there. But you know, man, just sitting here thinking, Ronbo, this is really Jalen Hurts' first year as a starter in the NFL with a rookie head coach, and I'm thinking a rookie defensive coordinator. I don't think we should get out coached where we would go out there and lose this game. You feel me?
Absolutely.
I believe if we just keep the receivers in front of us, everything else, you know what I'm saying, will work itself out. I'm really not caring. I'm really not thinking. You know, a lot of people is like, "Oh, Jalen Hurts gonna do this.
I know, right?
Jalen Hurts gonna do that." I'm really more worried about Mr. Rogers next week than I am with Jalen Hurts. That's a better quarterback.
You know
what I'm saying?
Let's just review for a split second here, because think about Lamar Jackson. Did he run a fit on us? Did Kyler Murray run a fit on us? And all of a sudden, I'm supposed to look at this kid, first-year guy, and he's going to run a fit on us? I don't think so. I think the Eagles are going to do well.
They came out and beat the Falcons in their first game, you know. Yeah. And don't get me wrong, they're still an NFL team.
Yeah.
But didn't the Falcons have like the worst defense last year?
And they showed it in this first week of the season. And they did a lot of
They
things that
had the
didn't make
worst
any
defense.
sense.
They really didn't gain anything on defense. And I mean, only thing they biggest highlight was that tight end they picked up. That was it.
Yeah. Dean Pease is a good coach. I don't know what the players were doing, but I don't think that was Dean. They probably asked Dean, what was that? Dean probably said, well, that's the first time I've ever seen that. I don't know what he was doing. You know? It had to be one of those answers. So I think people just didn't follow directions or something, because it's not a Dean Pease defense. Not yet. They're a work in progress. So.
Well, I think if we keep Jalen Hurts under contain, which I think we should, I'm looking at kind of a repeat game from last week. I just don't think that they'll get back. I don't think they'll get back in. I don't think they'll get back in the game at the end of the game like the Lions did.
Yeah. And because we ain't going to make all the mistakes, B-Ham. Remember, the reason the Lions got back in that game is because we saw what happened. I mean, that's those two people. I'm looking, George, Debo, what are you doing? The game is over if you just do your job. It would have been over early.
Right.
They would have had no more than, what, they have 17 at that point or something? And all of a sudden it's a game.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah. So, I'm really, like I say, I'm really not looking forward to it being our offense might get tested a little bit. I don't really think we're gonna have too much of a worry tomorrow, man. On Sunday. I don't know what their corners are like, and if the Falcons could run on them, I think we might end up having a field day.
The line.
I know we can.
BM, give me a score and base it on this. They don't have a good linebacking group. Now, George Kittle, Ross Dwelly, Juice, and probably Debo are going to destroy the middle of the field. You got to have linebackers who can play the 49ers to even be in the game as far as stopping Kyle. We're going to see something really funny in this game, I got a feeling. So, we'll see. But what do you got for a score?
We put up 40 on the Lions. I think we're going to have another 40-point game. I think we're going to make a statement. I hope no one gets hurt or injured to the fact. Do you know if well, I heard we picked up Kirkpatrick. I don't think he'll be playing.
No.
But what about the other kid, the other corner? Josh Norman.
Yeah, both of them they didn't say anything about him at all this week, so I guess they're both having to figure out what's going on. But Beham, we're going to find out Sunday because we got to go. And
I think 40 to 22 maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Because we got tired like we did last week of whooping them. We'll find out.
40 to 22.
Yeah, good stuff. I'll look for you Sunday. Hope you got time. All right, fam.
All right. Hey, what time is the game real quick?
10 o'clock West Coast time. It should be 1 o'clock East Coast. Yeah, where are you? Are you in the East Coast or West? You're near the West.
I'm in Central.
Central.
I'm an hour behind, so it'll be 12 o'clock my time.
Yeah.
I'm in Alabama.
There you go. All right, Bama. All right, fam. It was a good time of day for you. All right, fam. I'll look for you Sunday.
Hold it down.
All right, fam.
All right, hold it down.
All right. It was B-Ham. B-Ham's put a 40 burger on him. I bet you Jay would, too. We should respect the Eagles, but let's not get carried away. I mean, I don't see them stopping the 49ers offense. If anything, we're going to have a little problem with their offense, maybe. But I don't see them slowing the 49ers down. Tony! Get in here, Tony, the Falcons man.
Ronbo, how's it going?
Tony, and you probably heard the conversations. We're starting to think that you should have beat the Eagles. I thought at the beginning of the game, I was getting all excited because as I watched that game, Falcons hustled downfield. I mean, it was like quickly, too. Michael Davis, a couple of great runs. And, of course, Matty Ice passing all over the field and got down to the 5-yard line. I said, man, I thought the Eagles were supposed to be good. And stalled the Eagles at the goal line twice. I said, okay, I guess they'll come down and score next time. Because the Eagles are okay. I don't know if they're all as tough as I imagine them to be. And as I said, Dean has not got that defense where he wants it yet, and you probably know that better than anybody.
Yeah, because I was upset all preseason. I don't think I mentioned it to you, though. I thought our starters should have played at least 2 quarters for preseason. Most of our starters didn't play at all.
Trying to protect.
I can't understand. And I understand that, Ronbo, but give them some reps.
Because you can't get it all done in practice. You're right. Against your offense, though, they should have – that should rough them up because your offense is tough enough that your defense can iron sharpens iron type of situation. Also, I seen guys doing things that didn't really follow. Go ahead.
And we were running the football on that cutback running, Ronbo. Cordell Patterson, Mike Davis, we was running the ball down their throats, man.
Easily.
You mix it up with some play action. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Why wasn't there more play action? You already had to run. I couldn't understand.
I have no idea, Ronbo. And then, we got those field goals that we got behind. And then it was teeth that defensive line once we got behind.
Mm-hmm. And
but
everybody's
I don't have
going
to worry because their secondary and their linebackers are trash.
And then everybody gets excited every time Jalen couldn't find a receiver right off the bat, and he started running around. I said, you know what? He's not.
And it wasn't the D&P's defense, Ronbo. You and I talked about it, Ronbo. Defensive ends and outside linebackers, what did we say? Stay the hell outside. And make him cut in.
Right, as if they were trying to run him outside. I said,
exactly.
Corral him toward the middle, guys. No. They ran right
now,
at him.
Ronbo, if you and I know this, you don't think the players practice this and supposed to know it too?
Right? Dean doesn't need to tell you that, right? That's what I said.
Right.
I would know. All right.
Stay outside.
Seal the edge.
Make them cut inside. Help.
There's more help in the middle, right? This is ABC of football. Yeah. Football 101. What are you doing?
And you keep them boxed in. Yeah. So
maybe they thought they could.
Matt Ryan didn't play well. But he was getting up off his butt a lot.
I know, right?
Especially in the second half. Our left guard is our sore spot. I've been mad at the team for not drafting the left guard since the year after we went to the Super Bowl. They played Wes Schweitzer there. They played James Carpenter, the former first-round pick, who's now out of the league. Man, draft a left guard, man.
We may be able to deal you Aaron Banks sometime soon. Aaron Banks, you cannot come in the league with a hard. You know what? Kyle Shanahan's offense, it's a little difficult even for the offensive lineman. There's some things you need to learn. I just hope Aaron can catch on. There's no guarantee that he will be able to.
Yeah, but Ronbo, as long as you guys block their defensive line, throw some short passes, quick passes. Have Jimmy get rid of the ball and mix it up with the run. Y'all be fine, and then y'all can light them up later.
That's how you nullify a tough pass rush. You don't go deep. That's what they want you to do.
No.
Just keep putting the West Coast offense on them. Just make the running backs, the wide receivers are an extension of the run. Run. If it's working, and you go into play action, you don't know what's coming up. You got them back on their heels. Drop it off to Debo, drop it off to George, Ayuk. We got the horses to do it. See, what fans get caught up in, we don't push the ball downfield. Well, if the defense is giving you downfield, you don't throw it downfield. You get sacked.
No.
So people understand that. And it doesn't matter who you are.
You could take a shot later on after you got them tired and ran the ball down their throat.
Well, yeah, because now they
don't
expect
do it. Like you said, you don't do it.
You set it
up. Exactly.
Yeah. So,
Exactly. And offensively, as long as y'all keep him in the pocket and watch out for their tight ends, Goddard and who's that other guy?
Hurts. Yeah, that's him.
To me, they're wide receivers and all that. And the rookie, You just double him, Smith.
Yeah, Devontae. Yeah. So,
You hit him a couple times, he'll stop because he's only like $180.
Yeah. Well,
hit him a couple times, and you ain't gonna want to play.
And Jimmy got 300
Sorry,
yards.
tight end, though.
Yeah, I know. If Jimmy got 300, I'm going to go out on a limb on this one. Jimmy got 300 last week. Nobody wants to talk about it, but he did. It was all Debo, to a degree. But the point is, put the ball in the playmaker's hands. That's his job, and he did it. And that's the game plan, right? I'm going to predict 340 this week against the Eagles defense. I don't see them stopping Kyle Shanahan. I really don't. Not this week.
Their secondary is garbage, and their linebackers are trash. So just protect that defensive line.
Yeah. So
stop that, because now they got some momentum behind them, and they try to be bullies, want to talk trash, whatever. But y'all got one of the best offensive lines in football. So mano a mano.
They will be tested, though. All right, hey, Tony, you want to get involved with our scoring? You want to give a score on this game for us?
Actually, I really don't do predictions. I don't think they're going to score 20 points on y'all, though. Because of y'all's defense.
But
everybody
down,
they're going to score
Eagles
like
minus
20 points.
All right? And I don't remember what that was about. All right, Tony. Tell you what, if you get some
what's
time.
What's about Garoppolo being mad? What's about Garoppolo being mad, having a radio show where he said something?
Here comes the bull. Here comes the BS. And even they were talking about that on another show. Garoppolo's mad. No, he's not. It's, that's why I support Garoppolo. The BS that comes to him is just ridiculous. Anyway, if you got a chance, I'll see you Sunday, Tony. All right?
Yes, sir. Larry Hoover was back in the chat.
I know, I see.
I said, where you been? You've been hiding 2 weeks. So, but I'll talk to you Sunday, sir.
Looking forward. Night, Tony.
All right, thank you.
Hey, Jamel.
Hey, Ronbo, how you doing, man?
Jamel, like we always do before game time, we talk about what's going to happen, what's going to be the result. Jamel, what are you thinking, man? What's going to happen in this game? Hey, we got to go ahead.
I'm thinking a closer game, kind of. But I'm still thinking, here's my score, lead 31-17. 31-17, that's my score. So probably more fight from them, but 31-17.
I like that. Because, we're a little cautious. I think most of us are cautious because, those old names like Fletcher Cox and Brandon Graham, and they got a new guy named Javon Hargrave, and they got another guy too, Barnett. So, they look formidable. I don't know that, it's going to be interesting to see because they didn't do very well against the run, right? And what do? We run. And as soon as we start establishing the run, and what Kyle does is, if you think we're going to start passing the ball because we got the run established, no, we're going to run it until you can't stop it. And then we might give you a break. Right. It's like, you ever see that Chuck Norris movie? Chuck was like so mad with this dude because he done something wrong. And Chuck says, if you do that, I'm going to hit you with so many rights, you're going to beg me for a left. that's the 49ers. We're going to run at you all day. That's what happened to Raheem Mostert. Because we don't care. This team is not about cosmetics. I mean, you don't appreciate it that our quarterback's not throwing the ball? Well, for one thing, it's nearly halftime, and our running back has nearly 200 yards. So until you can stop that, we're going to keep doing it. We're burning up the clock, we're scoring points, and you're losing, and with no chance to come back. So I see that being the case. Whatever works, and if Kyle depends on Jimmy, unlike a lot of people, I know Jimmy will deliver. So we got this game. I'm pretty sure.
Yep, I'm sure. Well, we'll get this. Take care of business. Come on home and get ready to whoop on Green Bay.
We're gonna be watching that
so
game.
I can go ahead. Oh yeah, of course I'll be watching that game. Then I'll be calling Ray, my brother. That said, hey, let me. No, actually, I have my sister-in-law's number, I'll call her and mess with her and talk smack to her.
Wait, she's an Eagles fan?
No. No. After we beat the Eagles, we got Green Bay, and she's from Wisconsin, and so she's a diehard. She's a diehard Packer fan. So I used to talk smack to her. So
it's funny because the Packers. I mean, I don't know what was going on last week. They'll look better this week, but I just hope Nick is ready to roll. We saw Jamel. I got a feeling we saw about Nick at 85% last week. That wasn't 100% Nick yet, and I think Nick was being careful because of that artificial surface. He'll be playing on grass this Sunday, and he's feeling good. So I'm looking forward to what happens there against the Eagles. Because I got a feeling D'Amico and company have said, this thing about this rookie is supposed to be whooping our ass. We got news for y'all. Mr. Hurts, he's the one who's going to be hurt. He may do a couple of things here and there, but for us coming out there and dominating and scrambling around and scaring the 49ers, not going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
He ain't got that. He ain't been out there long enough to be doing all that.
Yeah, we used to that, man. We used to in that division,
That's right. That's all we played.
Facing Russell.
Yeah.
Russell, that's all we play against. So, yeah, we used to it.
And Kyler Murray's used to it now, too, as he couldn't even play the following week last year after the 49ers took his leg off. Run, Kyler! Bam! We got that run game. We got that scrambling figured out. So we better do it this year, too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we did.
We sure did. I saw that frustration on them.
Jamel, try to remember, other than Russell Wilson, what quarterback has ran up a score on the 49ers, a mobile quarterback?
I couldn't remember any of them.
Because it doesn't happen. We get a lot of flack about that. No. But the 49ers don't be letting – Lamar Jackson is the worst. And they actually stopped him. He did some damage, but he didn't score any points. Kyler Murray. He's beaten the 49ers one time. All right. So, I'm not hearing this. Both quarterbacks give the 49ers a hard time. They give everybody a hard time. We probably do better than a lot of teams against a running quarterback. So, and we got Trey out there training our guys. Come on, man. I'm not scared. Anyway, fam.
No. Yeah.
Well, Jamel, I'll tell you what.
We'll be fine.
Looking for you Sunday, and after the game, and we can laugh and clown about this, how we were scared. Or some people are.
All right. They shouldn't be. We'll be fine, y'all.
Yeah,
all right, Ronbo.
All right, Jamel.
Yeah.
Have a great night.
All right. You too.
Hey, Shania.
Hey, Ronbo.
Shania, how you doing?
Good, you?
Great. Now these conversations tonight have convinced me now that we looked pretty good in week one. In fact, Shania, that's the best we've looked in week one since Kyle Shanahan got here, right? So if they're going to look better, and usually a team looks better after their first week, they look better in the second week, right? If we're going to look better in week two,
yes, we are.
I have a feeling that we'll probably win this game. I said 27-17, and last week I was low. I said only 27 points. We scored 40.
I'm going to stick with my gut. It's a 40-20 with us winning.
Yeah. It's not far-fetched because they got two rookie coaches and a rookie quarterback. And the more I think about that, there is no reason to think otherwise. No matter what, they don't know enough to actually beat a team that has as much talent as the 49ers. So if we lose to the Eagles, the embarrassment would be huge.
Plus, we got Kyle Shanahan that came from not Shanahan.
So, yeah. And you also have three players They're going to be playing harder than they're going to play all year. You have George Kittle, who probably feels responsible for last week. You have Debo, that definitely feels responsible for last week. You have Brandon Ayuk, who didn't understand why he was sitting down. So you put all that together, and now the offense is going to go pretty tough. So the defense is another story. I don't know what to expect from them really because we lost Jason Verrett. But I got to tell you, Shania, it's hard to believe, but Diamador Lenore, our rookie cornerback, was one of the best in the league in the first week. I still don't know how that happened. I mean, he is pretty good, though. Although, we'll see if he does it again. On the other side, Shania, I don't know who we're going to play in the other cornerback. I just hope it's not Dante Johnson. It might not be Emmanuel Sanders. So we got a problem, slightly. But I have to figure the 49ers figured it out. I don't know if it's going to be Kirkpatrick, it's Josh Norman, maybe one of them. I don't know. That is the only mystery we have. We're going to find out. So, what else you want to add?
Nothing.
Well, let me sing for you because I keep forgetting. Boom, 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 boom. Mama, don't let your babies grow up to be cowboys. They'll only ruin their lives and embarrass everybody that supports them. From now until the blue and what color them folks wearing? Gray in. Mama, don't let your babies grow up to be cowboys. They'll never beat a Vegas spread and leave a lot of people dead after losing thousands of dollars. Should I? I'm going to stop. Are you ready, Should I, for that holler? Yeah. I'm going to give it a 3, 2, 1. I know! Shania! I'll see you Sunday.
Have a good night, Ronbo.
You too. Mama, I actually get some real lyrics for that. It was uncaught radio. Bill!
Oh, my goodness. I'm so scared. We're going to be so doomed Sunday. I'm shaking in my boots. We're supposed to lose this game. We're supposed to be scared of a rookie coach and a rookie quarterback. Get out of here. We're not losing this game. What are y'all scared about?
You know?
Come on now.
I mean, how old is Fletcher Cox and Brandon Graham?
Golf.
Ah.
Jared Goff wore our team, and it was almost a comeback. We made mistakes. But that's not going to happen twice.
I know, right?
No Cleveland Browns.
Especially for those two people. Yeah.
We're going to whip them. We're going to whip them good. That team is mad how it ended last week. You should actually be feeling sorry for the Eagles. Everybody's got them picked. ESPN's got them picked. A bunch of other garbage people got them picked. Eagle fans are acting like this is the Super Bowl. Oh, my goodness, we're going to beat them? Get out of here. When y'all catch an arrow, you better show up. You better show up because not if, but
Bill,
when
the NFL Network had about 5 or 6 guys that said 49ers, and only 2 picked the Eagles. But that the Eagles are getting picked, I don't know. It's almost disrespectful, isn't it? The more I think about it, like the things you just pointed out, you got 2 rookie coaches and a rookie quarterback with a 49ers team. Even though we lost a couple of people, it's still a better unit. Why do we need to lose to the Eagles? I'm starting to get mad about it. Why are we supposed to lose to the Eagles?
Why are you getting mad, Ronbo? Laugh at them. Because at the end of the day, like Uncle Richard Sherman said, keep that intensity. Because guess what? Keep putting us with the L's. When we get the W's, each week keep giving us those L's. Let the team see the L on the board and go, what? We're supposed to lose to these guys? What? Oh, no.
Get them fired up. Get them pumped up. Keep it going. And at the end of the day, you Sheagles better show up and take that crow.
They do have.
Because I promise you.
They've got a good running game. We got to give them credit for the running game, though. They do have a run game. And Devontae's pretty good.
They're good enough to beat the Cowgirls, good enough to beat the Giants, and maybe a one-on-one point with Washington, no football team names. One-on-one, they're going to tie with them. They're going to get one, and they're going to lose one. It's going to come down to the Washington no football team winning the division, probably, or the Seagulls, one of those two. But it ain't going to be the Cowgirls, so, I hate to spoil it for y'all. Y'all ain't going to win nothing. But they're not good enough to beat the 49ers. You don't have it in you. 49-12 is the final score.
Bill's got a 50-burger going up.
I'm raising the stakes high. And why am I raising the stakes high? Because you idiots come at us disrespecting us. I gave you respect last time I was on here. Shame on me. My mistake. No respect given to y'all. We're going to beat the bricks off you. And at the end of the day, your heads go from being raised high to being raised low. And after you're done, call your mama. Yeah. Because you're going to need some therapy. End of story. We're winning. 49-12.
Because, Bill, from what I see of Michael Davis running out, if Raheem was here, but I like what we got in our running back, Elijah Mitchell. If Michael Davis could run like he was running against that defense, I don't know how they're going to stop Sermon and Mitchell, and definitely not Mitchell and Hasty. You know what? I'm starting to feel like I need to relax completely. I was a little nervous because, Bill, if you listen, not you, but me, if you listen to enough, pretty soon you start to buy into it, Well, you guys, Hurts is going to eat you guys up. You guys suck against a mobile quarterback. Like I just said, how many mobile quarterbacks have taken the 49ers apart? And we played against the best in the league. So, and we would have won against even Patrick, Mr. Superman Mahomes, had the things that went south in the fourth quarter of the Super Bowl. So, and Lamar Jackson, they won by what? A field goal. Kyler Murray hasn't beaten us for one time. Russell Wilson should have been swept in 2019. But no, our field goal kicker, he decided to kick the ball into the parking lot when the uprights were over here. So, I'm about to say, give me a break on mobile quarterbacks beating the 49ers up. We don't have any more problems with mobile quarterbacks than anybody else.
Ronbo, Hurts is going to have 3 interceptions with 2 fumbles. So he's going to be shaking his boots at the end of the day. He's going to be like, man, what did I step into? He's going to call for the coach to call Sherfield up. Can you please call Sherfield back on the field? I think I stepped on the field a little too soon.
But at the end
of the day, all jokes aside, we're going to win it. Yeah. Don't be scared, Ronbo.
Bill, we've talked enough about it now that I'm starting to feel a little relaxed here. Bill, we're going to go, and I'll look for you Sunday and see if we're right on this or not.
Get some beer ready to celebrate. You better have some beer, relax, give a 49er shout-out, and tell these people, take a seat.
All right,
ain't going nowhere.
Bill, let me give you the shout-out. We're going to roll. I'm gonna see you Sunday, okay?
Cool, guys.
Rambo. You only.
What? Who's got me? Who's that? Is that Tom? Tom.
Let me get it. Let me get it in.
Get in there. Get it. Go ahead. I'm listening.
I just want to say, man, a lot of people say, man, Jason Verrett is gone, man. Don't worry about it, man. You got Josh Norman. You got, man, don't worry about it, man. We got these receivers, we got these cornerbacks, man. And then all I want to say is, like, man, if they start doing good, don't say nothing. Do not say nothing and say, hey, because y'all been saying a lot about Josh Norman, about Kirkpatrick and everything. Yeah. Oh, he's weak. But when they start getting it in, do not say nothing when they start shutting down passes, man. That's all I want to say, man.
You tell them I like it.
Put on everything, man. Do not, because these probably is the missing pieces on this defense, man. And you guys, man, I swear, man.
Mm-hmm. I can't wait to see him on the field.
I'm not talking
Especially,
about you, Ronbo. You know what I mean? 'Cause you know what I mean? But I'm
I'm
talking
always
about everybody else who diss everybody else, man. But you, Ronbo, man, I love you, man. I love you, Ronbo. Thank you for your platform, Ronbo.
Thanks,
I
Tom.
love you. And hey, man, I listen to your show every time, man, for real, man. But I'm just saying, for these other guys who saying like, why the hell did we sign him? We didn't sign Ha Clicks and nah, man.
You see that conversation?
Just watch, though. Just watch.
It's good to have polished vets in certain situations. I agree with you, Tom.
Rambo, these cornerbacks right here, man, they finna do a big thing, man, for real, man.
Okay.
Real big thing, man, for real, man.
Can't wait.
But
I need
thank
to get
you,
Josh Norman
Rambo,
up
for
to speed.
taking my last call, man. Thank you,
Tom.
Rambo, for taking my last call, man. You know what I mean? I love you. I love your platform. I love everything that you do, man. I always
thanks,
listen
fam.
to you, Rambo. I
Fam,
always do, man.
I'm calling you Tom. What is your name, though? I think production got this wrong. What is your name?
My name is Jason, man.
Jason.
My name's Jason Rambo.
Jason.
My name's Jason Rambo. Thank
I won't
you,
forget.
man.
All right, fam. Appreciate you, Jason.
Thank you, Ronbo, for everything that you had done, man. Thank you. I've been listening to you for like 3 years already, man. Me and my wife and my son, man.
Is that him?
My son was like 1 year old, man.
Boy,
It's been 3 years. And you hear my son in the back.
He's
I
feeling
love
good
you,
tonight,
Ronbo,
too.
Man. Thank you for the platform,
Jason,
man.
Jason, before you
I
go,
love
though.
you, man.
Oh, thanks, man. I love you back, man. And in fact, Jason, give me your score on this game, though.
Before I go, what happened? Before I go, what happened?
Give me your score, Jason. What do you predict?
Oh, for the Eagles and for the Niners.
Yeah.
I think the Eagles and the Niners, man. I think it's gonna be like a close game because we got like our defense is going, man. I think it's gonna be like 17. Oh no, hold on. 21 to 14. I don't know. 21-14. Right. That's mine.
I'm gonna put 21-14. It could be the lucky winning score. All right. All right. Jason, it could be the winning score. All right. Jason, we're looking for you to give you props, too, on Sunday.
Rambo,
thank you, Jason.
I didn't want to say the whole thing, but I say my bro. All right, Rambo.
Thanks, Jason. Have a great night.
All right, man.
Jason got a lot of energy going on in that house. That little guy's going wild back there. He sounds like he might be a wide receiver. Fam, I'm going to go ahead and roll out. Fam, thank you for the likes and the contributions tonight. I'll see you. I'll be all up in your face and your place, and you know this, like we like to roll. Game time. Hopefully this week I will not be sitting on the floor peeping over the edge of the table in the fourth quarter. I was so scared. I really was. I ain't gonna lie. In the fourth quarter, all of a sudden, all they needed to do was get the ball back, get the extra point, 2, and suddenly we're going into overtime? I said, Debo, you and George, if they catch up, I'll never forgive you for that. Well, I probably would, but I wouldn't that week. We got this. I'm serious, fam. The more I think about it, look at the roster man for man. Look at the coaches versus coaches. When you think about it, we have no business losing this game. So I'm done being scared. I don't need the anxiety, and I don't like to worry. We got this. Sorry. Anybody say, stay humble, man. You ain't got no business. No, I'm just saying. I'm looking at all the intangibles. Man for man, we got the better roster. Coaches, we got the better coaches. We've been spending the night. We stayed there all week long. There's no East Coast advantage. This could turn into a game that we didn't see coming. And I ain't going to say it. I already said 27-17. I'm sticking with that. But I'm just saying. The more I think about it, okay, we'll see. I'll see you game time. A Niner!